So, all right. Welcome to the Unconsenting Governed. I'm AJ.
Yeah, I'm Nova.
And what the hell was that this week?
Man, this whole week has been, well, and last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Like, there's so many people. I don't think anybody's buying it.
No, nobody is, which I'm thankful for.
Oh yeah, I'm grateful too. I think that MGT's starting to talk about Butler a little bit. Kind of made that a go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many times can you use the same people? It's like the DoorDash pilot lady. Like, how many times are we going to try to use the same old lady? I mean, I shouldn't say old, but older lady. And, like, we won't figure it out? Like,
you know, they try really hard to central cast, but they're just running out of characters, I guess.
It explains the central casting thing that he used, like, in Ed Galron, where he's like, central casting! Like, what the fuck is that?
You know, he's actually said it, like, quite a few times over the years. And it just kind of, like, became background, but, like, the longer it's going on, like, the more obvious it is.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, something's afoot, for sure. Although, I did enjoy the one video, and, like, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean it to sound horrendous, and it could, but I thought it was freaking hilarious that Stephen Miller's hiding behind his pregnant wife. I was like, bro, you can't. Okay, interesting choices, Stephen. Okay, but then you see him grabbing.
Yeah. Well, and you saw the old man
really? Hiding
behind the curtain too,
yeah,
right?
That too. Yeah. Just there's so many. I mean, if a picture's worth 1,000 words. What the fuck is that shit?
Stephen Miller.
I just like that, he's on his way out. He's like...
If I'm going down, I'm getting one last feel.
That's pretty much what I got out of that. I was like, oh, all right. I mean, I guess it makes sense. But I was like, we're just going to grab... Okay, all right. But I feel like it's too many times where you run the same play and then people just they don't believe it anymore. It's weird, I
mean, do you blame them?
No.
I mean, do you blame us? Like, it's just been the same constant, just dramatic things happening over and over and over again. And it doesn't help that, like, there was that release statement from, I think it was like Putin or one of his officials that said that Orban should do it.
Oh. I don't know if I saw that. I'll be honest, like this week I just was like, yeah, I can't. I think everybody gets to that point every once in a while where you're just like, I can't pay attention to this shit right now.
Oh, you have to take mental health breaks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this was that week for me. I was like, I can't. Just because of, and then I did think it was weird that he was attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I'll be honest, like, I was like, just because the past few years he has definitely not. So that was one of those that I was like, Plus I see we're back on the Jimmy Kimmel rant again, which his contract is not going to allow them to fire him, so I don't know what he thinks they're going to do.
Well, and Comey.
Mm-hmm.
They just went after Comey again.
For what?
For the 86, 47 in the rocks on the beach.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like they just released that information today.
I feel like he's just threatened by Comey's height. I didn't realize how big that man was. Like, I was like, oh shit. Like when you see him stand up in comparison to Donnie, I was like, whoa, did not realize.
Well, I mean, anybody who can bend at the knees is a really big threat to Donnie right now. So
that's true, I guess. But I just was like, well,
if you can hold your bowels.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a low bar for most people, but
right.
Not all of us. But anyway. But yeah, no, I I just wonder how many times they're going to keep trying the same thing, expecting a different result, like the definition of insanity.
Well, I think that it's apparent that the numbers are down. I think he's at like a 33% or something like that approval rating. So the fact that it's that high is actually kind of depressive. But
It is,
I mean,
that's
he's
okay.
thinking, you got that mentality of a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
It's just causing a problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got the dark triad. That's the other thing that we have to, I think, discuss tonight is that dark triad is coming out, man. You don't creep like that around a curtain. All the smiling faces, Caroline Levitt, people like, there's going to be shots fired. Like, okay, just because you're in power now doesn't mean you need to be stupid. Just saying. Because, I mean, you pretty much, she could be, thought of as an accessory too at some point, but I just feel like it was like, wow, that's a bold choice, but all right, I just didn't like the fact that he's looking around that curtain like a psychopath. But I mean, it does make sense. He's a sadist.
That's exactly it. And you don't expect him to do anything else.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, he has to watch the chaos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how he's going to get off on it. Like, I wholeheartedly believe everything Sasha Riley said. I do think that he's that level of depraved.
Well, I think that's not that I don't believe Sasha in general, but I think that it's been fairly obvious since he started his first term and all the other things. Like, he's just very much, I'm going to punish you.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm echoing, and I can't tell if
it could be
reverb.
Me. Is it me?
I don't know. It's just like delayed.
You sound fine to me. Like, our audio tonight sounds the best to me tonight, but I don't know.
Okay. Let's keep going. I just won't get distracted.
Well,
I just hear myself like.
Did you? I mean, I get it because that sucks. Do you want to take a minute and adjust it and see if there's a?
Yeah, let me see.
Because I mean,
what
it
is.
Get old real quick. You're out now. Oh.
Yeah, no, I just turned it off just to see if it would do anything. I tried a different setup because I'm using the phone still.
Yeah.
And I have my microphone plugged into my phone. So I don't know if it's picking up my phone audio too.
So you're not in OBS Studio?
No, I'm just on my cell phone.
Are you on Liberty's account or because you're just on
Liberty?
Or are you on both?
I have my computer pulled up, but I don't have any sound or anything. I'm not joined. I'm just kind of like watching.
Right. Yikes. I forget that this is so adjustable.
Yeah. And on this screen, like on the computer, it's showing me just the two of us. Mm-hmm. But on the live, it's the two of us plus like a bunch of requests. So I don't know if there's like a button we could push to change that setting.
There's a bunch of requests for what?
Like you can like more people can request to come in.
Oh.
That's new for me.
I don't know. They updated the TikTok Live. Whoa. Up close. The TikTok Live studio app when I entered it. So I don't know if...
I wasn't trying to do that. Oops. I can move. I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. If anybody's watching, is the reverberation insane or no? I don't know if anybody's actually.
I don't know if anybody's actually watching.
I don't either.
That's usual.
Never know. Until people say anything, we never know.
I know. I feel. Where's Terry?
Who knows? Well, I don't know if he's working or what. He's got 3 little kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Yeah, that, and I jumped on just for a little bit after you and I just got on, just to like kill time, and he jumped back on, and him and I were chatting again.
Yeah. Was he saying all kinds of crazy shit to you?
I just got your message too.
Oh, that I sent you through Signal? I sent that a while ago. I don't know. I said that probably a good half an hour ago. Because I logged it early because I was like, we've had so many problems. Let me just try to put the logo up, and that way it's a little bit more seamless instead of like the usual shenanigans. But yeah, no, this week it's just. I think the worst part was watching. I didn't see the correspondence dinner, but just watching the media coverage on mainstream, because at work I get held hostage to have to watch mainstream media because they have just regular TVs, and my God, the stuff that they report now is so completely not anywhere remotely close to like what's actually going on. Like I feel like it's state-run media now for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Well, you can catch that. I mean, I don't watch the actual news.
I only do it once.
Just the little snippets.
Yeah.
That you see on here, and you can tell.
Mm-hmm. You can see the bias right, or at least most of them you can see right through it. It's just, to me, it's just crazy because it's just gotten so vast. Like the actual difference between what's being reported and what actually happened is just, it's like, it's gotten to the point where it's almost like the Grand Canyon. Like it's just like we could be looking at the same scene, and it's literally like somebody is, they're reporting. I'm like, are we looking at the same thing? You know what I mean? Like, it's that devoid of the actual truth. It's kind of crazy when you really sit and think about it. It's very 1984.
It really is. There's a huge disconnect. It's almost like they're intentionally trying to make us feel crazy.
Oh, absolutely. I have no doubt about that. Because I feel like when I talk about the stuff that we all talk about on here, like, and I say like we as in like the majority of the, I don't want to say young people, but younger crowd, like, it can, like we're the oldest of the bunch. We're the elders, okay? Because us with our elder millennial selves. But it's just one of those where I feel like us being chronically online, we're a little bit more aware of what's really going on, and so to see it reported in such a twisted manner is just, I see why people think we're nuts. I absolutely see it, and it's sad because it's like that's not what's happening at all.
Yeah, well, and on top of that, it's like we remember what it was like when it was normal.
Yeah. Yes. Wait, so you are echoing?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I said, it sounds fine to me. Is it me? Am I the drama?
Weird. Yeah, I can't tell. Let me see. Like, I don't have anything to, like... We'll just try this real quick. Plan B? Am I still echoing?
It's softer, like you sound far away.
I think that's just where the earbuds work.
Oh, that could be. You're not echoing for me, but I don't know that I'm accurately hearing you either. I see Dylan's in here, maybe, and oh.
Yeah, like it's like going back and forth. Like I can hear it. I think it's through you. Like a background. Maybe? I mean, I only have my headphones in, so there's nothing that should be echoing now.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. How's that? Is that better?
Let me see. Does it sound a little better? Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay,
let's go
it was
back.
me.
Let's see
It
if
was
this
me. You know what I did? It's my fault. I left. So my speakers, I was playing music, right? Yeah, I forgot to turn off the speaker.
Oh, you left the speaker playing in the background?
Did. I left the speaker on, but turned the music off, so you were echoey.
Gotcha.
My bad. My bad.
No, you're good. I'm good now. I feel better now. I don't hear it in the background.
You sound good. Well, I mean, you didn't sound bad to me before, but I get it when it echoes like that. It's hell. Like you're like, nah.
I'm too ADHD.
I know.
Like I was like, what did I just say? Do I sound like that normal? Uh-oh.
What's up? Oh, Terry. Oh, Terry. Oh man, here we go. What's up with that award-winning thing? What the fuck is that shit?
No, I don't know. Go back to all the things. So like, there are so many things going on online right now about, what's real, what's not real, what's going on. Like, I even seen photos, and I was trying to like find it. Like, I literally spent some time just to like fact check today, and the carpet that was that they showed with him running through was different than the carpet of him laying down when they arrested him. Which was a little weird. And I know hotel carpets, they go, they're different for different rooms and all that other stuff. But if you look at the pictures, like if you go into like the hotel page, like you're in a book and you look through things, like none of that carpet existed. Only what they saw, what you could see like in the room with the actual ceremony. Like it's very vivid colors now. Like hotels aren't like they don't stick with the grays and the browns as much anymore. They're very vivid in their coloring. So again, it's something that could be very conspiracy theory-esque, but I spent some time, I looked at pictures online just to see, and that just brings a whole nother level of what the heck's going on.
Well, I mean, are you really a conspiracy theorist when no one really knows what's going on right now? That's the flooding the zone that we see that they love to do. I just, like I said, the only genuine picture that I saw was Stephen Miller. I was like, yeah, that's I get that. Like, my husband probably react the same way.
I mean, you one last for the go, I guess. You know what I mean?
You know, when you're going out, or you think you are, right? I was like, all right, even though it is Pee Wee German, but that's okay.
Yeah. I didn't really expect much else from him either, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But, I don't know, just the creepy peepaw peeping around the corner, around that curtain, I was like, ooh, what the hell is that shit about?
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta watch your drama unfold.
Well,
so,
my other thing, too, that somebody else had pointed out was Melania's reaction.
Hers looked pretty genuine.
Yeah, it did. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But nobody else's did. Not a soul.
No. Yeah, because well, it's hard to say with Vance, because he might just run like that. I don't know. I mean, we did see him sprinting after a kid at Disney World, and I'm not judging him for that. We've all been there, but what I'm saying is, it's just the how he ran. I was like, it's an interesting little gait there, JD.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't playing soccer or football any time in his past career, so I mean.
So, not that I really could run as well as I used to.
No, and then 40-year-old knees and all that other stuff too. I mean,
well, he is our age, so. But I don't know. The whole thing was weird. It all just feels like Butler again, and just like CK. To me, that's so weird. What they paved right over a crime scene. Like what? Like I'm not even talking like we aren't even talking about like conspiracy theories. Who would allow that? If it's an active crime scene, I mean that's just basic shit. What?
Yeah. No, yeah, that was. Feel like they've gone in steps, right? Like, part of me thinks like Butler was so poorly done because he wasn't in charge, so he couldn't do more things to make it look less obvious, I guess, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
But that he was in charge for the rest. But I don't think he was actually the one necessarily calling the shots for CK as much as he was for this one. Like, this was his. That's why he was standing front row watching it all go down.
That's why he was acting like the weird people.
Well, and then if you like actually like read the reports and stuff, like he wasn't on the same floor with them. Like the show, like the ceremony was on, like the ground floor, and they were doing all the things. Like the guy where everything was supposedly happened, like the arrest and all that was supposedly on like a separate floor, a floor up from where they were at. Like he was trying to get to the stairwell to get to them.
The whole like who it was too is just weird. Like they find these people, and because even the guy that did the Butler one, like we never ever learned anything about him. We never learned about it, anything really. And I feel like this guy's gonna be the same thing. So I'm wondering, how are they getting these guys? Like, what's the main situation?
This guy has a lot more background than the other. Like I couldn't find anything on the other kid, right, from Butler. The stuff that we found out about the kid from CK situation, I mean, like, that was all very thrown together internet stuff. So it was hard to say. But, like, this guy, according to his name, according to his everything, he's from, like, Caltech. Like, he's got a lot of, like, scientific background, worked with NASA sort of thing. And that makes you wonder, just because it aligns with, like, the missing scientist and things going on. So, like...
That's what I was gonna say, yeah. It's crazy.
There's so much, like, intertwining that there's no wonder all of us feel a little crazy most days.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, because I feel like no matter what your persuasion is, you've got to look at that. Like, it's not even political. It's literally like, what the fuck? Like, because, like, some of my coworkers who I know... traditionally vote conservative. They're garden variety Republicans. I mean, just regular folk. But it's like one of those where even they're like, what the fuck was that? Like what?
Right.
Like it's just not. Yeah, that and why are we carpeting the National Mall? Is that what we're doing? Like what is happening to the reflecting pool?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean. He gold-plated, like, let's be honest, like, there are reason there are people who do it for a living. Like, I'm not gonna claim myself as, like, some sort of interior designer, fashionista, or anything like that. Like, I'm just not even close. But my house doesn't have, like, random, looks like you cut it out of random stuff and painted with gold spray paint and, like, just hung on walls and shit. Like, none of it. Like, none of it's gonna ever happen. Like, you're not the right person that I want deciding to make any interior or exterior renovations at all. Like, can we please pay somebody with a lick of, I don't know, I don't even care at this point. I don't care if you pick someone off of HGTV or whatever, but, like, come on. This is ridiculous.
It's giving Trading Spaces, but...
It's giving Trading Trailers is what it's giving.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you throw enough gold-plated bullshit on the wall, apparently you won't recognize the oval anymore.
No, oh God. And then, and it's like, you go back to, like, the whole premise of the wings and everything that was going on and, like, tearing it down and the rose garden, and we go back into that and, like, reflecting pool. I'm like, you're messing with, like, national monuments and historical things.
Yeah.
Like, that is absolutely not acceptable in my mind. Like, if you're saying all those buildings and all that stuff are, like, ours, us, like, we the people, the taxpayers, American citizens, like, we own all of that as our history, like, you shouldn't be able to just change it. And I know that there's actually, like, a committee and shit that's not supposed to happen, but you shouldn't be able to do it. Like, that's not how this was supposed to work. Like, it's supposed to be like a joint updates are acceptable. Like, get rid of mold, asbestos, shit like that, whatever, you know what I mean? Like paint it so it looks clean and make sure it's clean and prestige and all that other fun stuff. Like, sure, but like you don't get just to like remodel because you feel like it. Like, fuck all that. It's just it's supposed to be ours, you know what I mean? Like it's
Well,
like someone coming over to your house right now and just being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna move this shit around." Like you'd punch them in the nose. Like that's not how it works.
actually,
Like it's
I
hard
like,
enough when
you
it's
just
like a
wanna-
parent that does that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you've got that one parent that's like, "This should be over here," and you're like, "Put my fucking plates back." That's where I wanted them.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really have to deal with that anymore, but, well, I mean, my mom
You still have
was
in-laws.
alive,
Let's just
but-
be honest and just.
Oh, my mother-in-law would never, and my father-in-law's already passed away, so yeah, we're kind of short on grandparents around here, but it's one of those where, yeah, I mean, to me, it's just like anything else. Cincinnati's got the largest stock of like 19th century buildings. There's a process for a reason. Like, they don't let you just tear down whatever. You have to go through a committee. You have to go through, because basically they want to research the buildings, make sure that it has history. And you can't tell me that the East Wing didn't have enough history to justify not tearing it the fuck down. Like, yeah.
It's so stupid. It pisses me off so bad. Like,
I mean, it's giving graft, is what it's giving. I mean, I think all of us know that, regardless of how you feel about politics. It's clearly he's doing something. He keeps moving from. It feels like ADHD, or because I feel like I've been here before. This looks like half of my house where I've started a project and never fucking finished it.
right? Well, yeah,
it feels like home, but still not the way I wanted to.
Yeah, it's just like I said before. It's like ODOT is, and I'm sure all the other states have the same problem, but like one project at a time, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
Spence redo. Yeah.
It's God. It's that time of year where they block off all the roads leading to the one place you need to go.
Of course.
Always.
Well, can we get some more orange barrels? I mean, my God, we only have millions of them everywhere.
If you ever wanted to go into like a business, like a business that's going to be surefire, that's like somebody go out there somewhere and make different barrels and have them like where they reflect different, make them just slightly different, enough for the country to spend billions of dollars on them, and you'd be set for the rest of your life. Like those are one things that are never going to go out of style. We're always going to have fucking barrels because for whatever reason, other countries can fix a whole damn sinkhole in like 24 hours, and we can't fix the one road that goes to the one place it needs to go to and have it stick. Like we've got the one stretch by my house. It's the trail. It's called the Anthony Wayne Trail, and they have torn that thing up. I think the thing it's like 3 lanes. But I think between the 3 lanes and going all the way back and down from like where we live downtown has been tore up one section at least my entire life.
Yeah. Oh, every city has that stretch. 75 is for us, like right through Camp Washington.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not even like it's like I think it's State Route 25, so it's not like an expressway or a highway that way. It does lead different places, but it's not like. The traffic's not as bad as what they've done to condone the traffic, to condone the tearing it up all the time and stuff like that. I mean, they've changed the median, and they went from like a ditch to now it's up and there's trees, and then like you guys are planting trees in the middle of a street, tree roots. Like seriously, like who the fuck thinks of this shit?
No,
I'm just
nobody. I know. Yeah. Yeah, like, that'll buckle in 10 years. Great.
Right. And before it was like a ditch. So like when it snowed, we could push it into the ditch. Everything was fine. And now it's, it's up a curb. So now it's like, where do you push the snow?
Yeah.
We live in Ohio. That's not a thing that we can just pretend. It's fine. Yeah.
At least up in the hilly part. Eventually something will melt if you put it up enough hills. But, at the same time, I mean, when it's flat though, that is kind of a pain in the butt because then the water has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I feel like part of the thing too that makes me wonder is like, is he plotting these things? Okay, and I'm saying this is, we know his mental status isn't the best. Like, he's got some dementia setting in clearly, but because there was a kerfluffle right before they fired Bondi or somebody else, one of the other cabinet members. Is this his way of getting rid of cash?
I thought about that too. Very, very possible. I mean, he was. I know I've seen the memes. I don't know if you have, where there's like pictures of him, but he's like holding 2 bottles of wine. Like this is what I'm saving.
Right.
And I know that they're just memes, but it makes me laugh every time. But I mean, yeah, it's a very good possibility that that's exactly what's going on. That he's using this as an opportunity. Part of me thinks he's using like. I don't know. I've got a lot of like weird. I mean, it just seems very set up. The fact that it was like this happened. Look, now we need a ballroom.
Right.
And like full in your speech, like you went from having to this. We're gonna talk to all these people. All the journalists, all the TV, personalities, things like that. We're gonna talk to them. We're gonna have all these conversations. This is what it's for. But crisis happens and you've got a prepared speech that talks about how this is why we need a ballroom. Like, it just seems a bit much to me. But I mean, you go past that, and what happened to all the money? Like, he had all this money by private donors, and that they were supposed to cover it, and now we're supposed to be, Ladybugs had $400 million or $1 billion to like renovate it. And I'm like, no, not unless I'm allowed to come over whenever the fuck I want and put my feet up, like on the table or whatever. Like, that's where I'm hosting my 10-year wedding anniversary, and I don't have to pay shit for it because I already spent all this tax money on it. Like, no, that's like, we're not paying for it. You have all these donors. Like, where did all that money go? Were those just payoffs for pardons?
Could be also that there is the bunker underneath the East Wing. What are they doing with that? Has it been open this whole time? Like, what's in there?
the ghost of presidents past, and they're gonna I hope they haunt his ass. What?
Apparently not. I mean,
no, it took fucking King Charles to come over here. Out of all the royalty in history, everyone, like, I feel like the Queen was like, I'm not dying because I don't want this fucker to take over. And here he is. He's calling us. Did you see the speech?
I saw very few clips. It was, like I said, it's like one of those weeks where I'm just like, I needed to take a little bit of a break. But, I mean, I saw a couple of them where he was saying, you can't just do this stuff. Like, unlikely.
Yeah, he called, like, yeah, he very nicely, sophisticatedly, eloquently, with the proper, respectful, royal British accent, told us to fuck all the way off, and you're supposed to have a separation between your branches of government, and you guys need to do your damn job with the pinky up. But I mean, exactly.
Well, I mean, when you are the King of England,
Right.
I feel like he's the only one that can do that and get away with it.
Right.
It's completely fine.
Yeah. Well, and he went through this whole thing and he talked about, the 250 years since the U.S. and he went back and talked about all the royalty, basically, not all of them, but, like the beginning and everything else. And I couldn't not hear Hamilton in the background, like, you'll be back, just because, like, the way.
Just thinking that yes. Can we sign up for that? Can we?
Right.
Yeah. Can we go back? That'd be great.
Is that an invitation? Can we come now?
Right.
But it's like he called us out hardcore. Like, you guys stood up to tyranny and you did all this and now what are you doing? Yeah. And I just wanted to like give him a royal high five. I don't know what that means, but it felt right.
It's not one in the face with a chair. It's an actual.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Right.
So.
I don't know what the protocol is. So.
Yay. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I mean, he got a standing ovation, so we call that a win.
Well, I mean, I feel like this is screaming that the blue and white country needs some other support or whatever. But I feel like at the end of the day, all roads lead back to the blue and white country. It's not. I would have been wrong. I thought initially it was going to be, Mr. Daddy Vladdy over in the cold country. I'm gonna hit pause real quick because I got a kid to get into bed.
Oh,
so
get
I'll
it.
be right back. I'm sorry. This is just,
No, you're good.
We're almost done with school for the year, so we'll get
No,
there.
you're fine.
Hold on.
It's better
I'll be
than
right back.
better than watching her go out the window.
Go through the window,
Yeah. Peekaboo.
Just pop it back in through the window.
Now you can't hear me, but I'm glad you got long legs because that looks like a hell of a drop off.
Yeah, I know. When I was coming in before we started the show, I was like, oh, it really does look like I'm coming through the window. Okay, well, that's fun. All right, whatever works. Okay. So, all right, but yeah, no, I think I do see where Charles is coming from. I mean, I think all of us have been on that page for a while. I just think it's now people are starting to really see the writing on the wall and realizing, shit's getting weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we need to, I mean, not disagreeing. What he said was 100% accurate. I think we just need to start, this is the time. Like, we have it. It was a full ceremony. People heard it talk. Now, everybody write, call, email, spam, whatever you got to do. Call your senators, call your House of Representatives, call your mayor, call everybody and your government officials that are in and out of your district and start making a fuss. Like, even the king called us out. Period. Do your job.
Right. I mean, I don't necessarily feel like it's this, like, conspiracy, but I feel like it's gonna take somebody to, like, actually, like it's gonna take a Republican to actually flip, like, to actually say no, or for the rest of the GOP to retire. That's the other thing. There's gonna be so many representatives that retire at the end of 2026. Because I think they're gonna start leaving soon, if not already. So it's literally like the margin of, in other words, Democrats might have more of a stranglehold on the majority soon, but I think they might, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, is that they might be waiting a few minutes for everybody to retire to see what their numbers are, but it's if we can keep freaking Democratic representatives alive. I mean, let's be for fucking real.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, I appreciate, I mean, sometimes you're in a rock and a hard place, like, I get that. I just wish there was a little bit more, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have, multiple laws looped in together, or bills looped in together, where people are like, well, I'm voting on this because, I need to make sure X, Y, and Z is happening, but in actuality, you just gave everybody $7 billion who's already richer than you. You know what I mean? Like, right. or paid for extra money for ICE or NICE or whatever the fuck they're called this week. And, just if stand your ground. I mean, I know that you don't have the numbers necessarily, but I mean, how hard is it to be? I mean, there's always going to be the one person out, no matter who you are. Like, there's there's even the one guy who voted against releasing the Epstein files. Like, there's always gonna be one guy out, but be the one guy out who stands for your moral ground, and not the one guy out who's like, the government needs to be checking that guy's damn email and computer files because clearly you voted against it because you're creepy. Like, there's no other excuse for it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it kind of brings us back into the next point is, stand your ground, but also, like, even more wealth is going to be transferred if RFK Jr. gets his way.
Yeah.
That's scary. So basically what RFK Jr. said was, okay, so there's a large quantity of people who stay home and take care of either medically complicated kids, their elderly parents that maybe have dementia or like a wandering risk, because certain states, Ohio was one of the main ones, was not forcing people but encouraging people to go back home and making it so that they'd be more likely to cover home care or whatever versus a skilled stay at a nursing home. The problem is that now RFK Jr. wants to eliminate that, which is going to lead to more wandering to elders. It's going to lead to more people dying because there isn't going to be anybody home to watch these people. Because right now, people are staying home, they're getting paid to stay home as caregivers for their family member. And, the people that are affected by that are some of the most vulnerable people in our population. And that's going to be a fucking problem. Like, it's not a maybe, it's going to be a fucking problem. And we're going to see a lot of people that wander off and die. And it's fucking scary. It's just, why? Like, for what?
Yeah.
Like, the only waste, fraud, and abuse is you, bro.
Right. Well, not to mention the fact that a lot of, you think about it, these institutions, you think about nursing facilities, things like that, staffing issues. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that we're going to send everybody into a home, but also change the laws for the nurse to patient ratio and expect good things to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, there's not enough nursing staff, support staff in general for those facilities. There's not enough facilities in general for the quantity of people that need that. And if you and now there are rules and laws, and I don't know all of them all over the place, but I have looked into them in Ohio, so I do have a little bit of background. I'm not like quoting verbatim, but like, it can't be your significant other. So like, wives aren't just staying home taking care of husbands. No. It's like you're taking care of your dad or your mom or your aunt or your grandma, or pick a family member. Now, you can be a parent.
Yeah.
Okay. But your child has to meet certain qualifications, and so do you. Like, mm-hmm. If your child's severely disabled, yes, you can stay home. They will help you pay. But isn't that the humane thing to do? Like, that's my big thing. Like, they keep cutting all these programs, healthcare, things like that are impacting basic human decency. Like, I wouldn't want my family members to go, especially if a small child, even some of the elderly, whatever, to a facility that is overstaffed or understaffed, overpopulated, and they won't have the adequate amount of care that is required when you could be at home and have that one-on-one care.
Right. Well, and just to give people an idea, like in long-term care, I work at a skilled facility, so assisted living is not as regulated, so it's a whole different ball of wax. But if it's an actual skilled facility, I have, for part of my shift, I have the minimum is 16 patients. Then at 3 o'clock, I count another cart, and I end up with 27 patients by the end of my shift. And granted, the 27 people, I don't have to give medications to at the end of the shift, but if something happens, guess who's responsible? It's still me. So... Mm-hmm. And what's worse is in some cases I haven't taken care of them all day, so they could they could have something that's unfolding after the first nurse left, and I'm like, well, I don't know what we did here, Mm-hmm. But it's just one of those where the expectations are through the roof, and we don't even have enough people to take care of people like in the manner we are right now. Like, I cannot tell you the amount of especially boomers, who expect concierge level service. And it's like, I am not your activity coordinator person. Like, this is not like, I'm not in charge of like the activities. There's no shuffleboard that, you know what I mean? Like, we have activities, but my job is not to walk you down to them. It's, you know, to make sure you get your meds. Part of it is walking them down to activities, but not all of the time. You know, like, if you want your loved one to go to whatever super specific thing, you have to do that. That's just the reality. And so many times the expectations are that we're going to just know everything that they're going to want and need without the resident having to say anything. And for some reason that's pervasive. And it seems to be pervasive from the boomer culture. I can't tell you the number of times people have come in and been like, "Oh, well, you should just go ahead and do it. I can do it for myself, but you know, since I'm here and I'm paying for you to do it." It's like, that's not how any of this works. Like, if you want to go home, you got to be able to do this stuff for yourself.
Right.
But that's a different.
Well, and not to mention the fact that you're not just dealing with the patient themselves; you're dealing with their family as well.
Oh, that's the worst.
And I was gonna say,
I wish I was kidding. I've been threatened more often than not since COVID. It's bad.
and no, I know you're not, and this is just because I've like lived it recently,
Yeah.
with my grandma, and it's not. And it's a fine line of people, because you've got the certain nurses that are like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? And it's like, wow, you're making it worse. And then you've got other family members that don't know anything about healthcare who are telling you what you're doing and it's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, and now we've got a whole culture of people who are internet experts in healthcare telling people what is and isn't wrong.
Yeah,
so you've got that fine line of people. And I always wanted to toe that line in the right spot where I'm like, I'm helpful, but I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not telling you what not to do. Like, you let me know what you need from me, and I will let you know what you need, you know, whatever. So, like, I took care of, when I was there, I took care of everything she needed before she went to bed, besides the meds, because I wasn't, you know, able to give those. But, like, they'd stop in, and they'd say, okay, and I would, when I was walking by at the end of the night, I was like, she's already went to the bathroom, got changed into pajamas. She's already tucked in bed. She's good to go for the night. So if you don't hear from her, she's good. And they were like, "Oh, thank you." You know what I mean? Like, just let them know so they don't go back in there and check later and get nervous or whatever. But just enough to be not annoying, but not enough to like cause problem. You know, there's just a fine line.
Well, here's the thing though. That would be like my dream, because right now I have literally, and I'm going to use the chat box, because I have literally a family member whose family half the time is doing this from the doorway, watching every fucking thing I do. It's like, what? Like, between her and then I have another patient that follows me everywhere and tries to grab me all the time. It's a good time. Anyway, between those two, I get home and I'm just like, what? Like, even if my dogs follow me too much, like, they're just meandering because they're like, okay, and I'm like, get away from me! Like, yeah, because I'm just constantly, like, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, it's stressful. Like, it's gotten worse. Like, when we went from silent gen to now primarily boomers, it's gotten so much worse. And it's some of it is just their attitudes, but it's also just the fact that just the actual boomers themselves, like,
yeah. I could see that. I could see the difference. I mean, I could see the difference between taking care of my taking care of my grandma and then being in the hospital settings with my mom and my dad. When my dad was in the hospital and doing stuff, my mom was constantly doing things, and I'm like, Mom, walk away. Like, you stop. You're not doing the right. Like, you're too much. Walk away. Like, stop. And there was points where when we were having conversations and doing catch-ups with doctors and stuff, like, I was like, I want to be there. And the nurse was like, why? I was like, just call me. Like, I'll just put me on the phone. I don't even care. I just need to hear it, because my mom will hear it and then tell the story differently. And then all of a sudden my dad's dying today and everyone's panicking and we're all heading up to the hospital. And the nurse just said that, like, his sugar was a little elevated, and I was like, my dad's been diabetic for like 25 years now, and if it's a you know what I mean, like,
you're like,
it's fine.
It's 200. That's not bad. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, please don't. So it's like that weird line, but like grandma was definitely silent generation, and she didn't want help. If she could do it herself, she would. And it wasn't until she got to the very end of life that I mean, I'm talking like maybe the last 6 months of her being alive that she required a lot more assistance, and it killed her
Yeah.
to like be in that place where she couldn't do things for herself.
Yeah.
And those are and if there was a situation different from where I was at, where I could have taken her to like her home and taken care of her that way, and done, I would have. But at the end, she lost control of. She needed a full lift, and there's just too much on like 24-hour care. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
yeah. Well, that's the real struggle, is that people do not understand until you're in that position how rough 24-hour care really is, and how 24 hours every day all the time gets so hard, and it gets old. I mean, it's not easy to do. Like, and the other thing too that we have to remember is that when it's your loved one and it's your parent and it's your whoever, like, you're emotionally invested in that person. I'm not. So when they call me, I see you next Tuesday, whatever, whatever, Betty, I'm going to the next room.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas, like, somebody that it's their family, they're going to be embarrassed and, oh my God, this is not what she was like, and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. It's okay. Like, this is what they do. This is just the nature of dementia. It's not that it's anybody's fault, but it's just one of those where I don't think people understand, unless you've been in that position, how rough taking care of somebody is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. It's not easy, and to not pay people when they're to take it. We're going to have an unprecedented epidemic of people who are homeless, whose kids, they don't get along, and who are now essentially just chilling on the side of the road. I don't know how else to say it, because nobody will take them in, and nobody can afford to take care of them, and there's no facility for them to reside in. And then what? I mean, for what? For somebody to allege a Kennedy of all to allege that there's fraud.
yeah,
Okay.
and not
Let's
even
park
this.
at the National Mall. Why not, right? But that's not fraud. But okay.
Well, and then on top of that, like, he's making outlandish statements about like people just sit at home and like pay their bills and then call that a full, like, no, that doesn't meet the requirements of.
No.
First of all, the person's need assessment isn't just someone to write my bills for me.
Right.
Like, the person's need assessment is needing extended care.
Right.
Now, there are different programs with like the VA and things like that, but that's not Medicare, Medicaid. It's very different process, very different restrictions, things like that. Now, the process with Medicare, Medicaid, like you said, you have to meet those levels of restrictions, and then the person goes through training. Like, the family member goes through training. It's not just, Joe Schmo off the street goes in. Now, would you be able to, or possibly, like, skip that training if you were already a skilled licensed worker? Probably. But is that like, yeah, I mean, like, but those people would probably just test out, and, you walk in there and say, I'm a licensed nurse. They're going to be like, okay, here's your test. And you're like, okay, 30 seconds. Like, you're not gonna just like argue with them, like,
Either
it's just,
or I feel like with the Board of Nursing might supersede it.
yeah, but it's not like people just come in. I mean,
it's not going to be some random dude from the corner. Yeah.
Right. And you can get disqualified by, like, the caregiver can get disqualified, and so can the person can get removed if their skill level changes. Mm-hmm. They no longer get. Yeah. So it's not like they're just people walking around like, I went over to grandma's house and paid her bills today, and I just got $25 an hour. Like, that's not how this works.
No. Well, and that's the thing too, is it's like, okay, Bobby, but you've had every fucking privilege known to man, like, at your fingertips. Because even before Kennedy money, the Skakels were no slouches either. Like, they were wealthy as fuck, more so than the Kennedys. So yeah, I don't think Bobby understands the struggle, because Bobby's never had to deal with his own crap. I mean, he didn't even deal with his own wife the other day.
Right.
He's another one that was just like, I'm out, fuck it, I'm done. Just ran from Sherlock.
Yeah, he was looking for some more roadkill.
That's probably what it is. He's like, I hear there's a pizza.
There's gotta be a dumpster around here somewhere. I'm jonesing for that raccoon cock. I gotta have it.
Oh my god, like it's just such a random, but it's like it says a lot about our society if there's somebody that's from the Kennedy clan as a whole, which we all know is, you know, wealthy, not necessarily beyond compare, but they're not hurting for cash. And then you have him up there alleging all this waste, fraud, and abuse. And then can we just discuss what the hell was going on with his breathing? Because he sounded like he was some sort of. Is he is he even messing with the roadkill in ways that we need to know as the American public? Why are we getting rid of rabies vaccines? Huh? You know? A lot of questions there, Bobby. And none of them have to do with the waste, fraud, and abuse from caregiving. So.
Yeah, his but I don't know, like I don't know if that's part of it, like his voice. Like I don't know the backstory there, to be honest with you.
He
like,
has it is an actual neurological disorder. Like that's why I try to not make fun of his voice because it really I actually had a vocal teacher that had that cause back in the day I was a music ed major, but it was literally like it happens, but it's just it's annoying, but that's not really necessarily anything I put him down for. It's just the crazy shit he says with that horrible voice.
Oh yeah. No, I get that part. I just wasn't sure if it was all like the breathing is also interconnected. Like if it's a neurological thing that way. Like if he can't catch his breath between words because of the way he's speaking, maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I just figured
he needed like a cough. I don't know. Half the time I almost want to be like, God, you need a cough drop or something, man. Like God. But then it just was.
I would say albuterol. Just get it. But God only knows all the drugs and shit that guy did. I mean, he said himself that he was sniffing coke off toilet seats. Right. So God only knows what's going on.
But he's not afraid of germs because of that. So that's.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the last thing that crosses my mind when putting my face close to a toilet is E. coli. I mean.
I guess if you're committed to it, it is what it is. But yeah. When he said that, I'm done. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, okay. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like maybe was it also a thing to maybe be able to get rid of. I don't know if it's quite as cut and dry as it is to get rid of Cash, but maybe to get rid of Bobby too. He's
on the line. Yeah, he's on the line too. And there is like a whole thing, like during all of the same things that's going on with the dinner, right around the same time point. So like within 12 hours of it happening, I want to say in one direction or another, they laid off / fired like a bunch of like medical science, like the NHS. And I'm like, guys, like that was really one of the things that America had that other countries were like kind of jealous of. And not that they necessarily agreed with the FDA rules and standards, but our scientific background, like the research that we do was unparalleled from a lot of countries. And a lot of the other countries, even today, less so in the last year, and I've seen that decline at work, would come to the U.S., get their stuff patented through the U.S., and it was easier to get through other countries, and now it's kind of the opposite. And things are kind of going downhill. And getting things through the regulatory bodies, and the FDA specifically, has been a lot more cumbersome because they lost a lot of that, for lack of better words, that knowledge, the base that we had, going on and on and on for years back. Some of the things that they're questioning aren't things that they've questioned historically, which has been kind of like throws an if you're a company that makes 100 million of these things in different varieties and sizes every year, and this has always kind of just gone in this direction, and then someone brings up a random small question that's never been a problem before, but now they want you to re-justify your entire product line, like it becomes a problem. And a lot of countries don't want to deal with it.
Right.
And the thing that they're questioning is nonsense. It's not something like they're questioning like, oh, like why are you putting poison in shit? It's stupid things that that have zero flex on the situation, so to speak. But it's been a problem, and we're losing that. We're losing all of that, and it's sad because We're watching companies, the people that I work for, get more and more frustrated and upset. The companies that work with the company that I work for get more and more upset and frustrated, and just lots of companies that are like startups that are losing funding because they were going through grants and things like that, and they are just stopping programs mid-go, and they're out millions of dollars for nothing. So,
well,
I mean,
the thing that has kind of shocked me has been the just people, like companies, like whole sectors just cowering. You know, like if your whole livelihood as a company, like if you're like Pfizer or something, and you know they're questioning whatever product, wouldn't you go to bat for the fact that like you invested billions, or you know what I mean? Like I mean Pfizer might be a bad example, but it's just one of those where I feel like there's so many companies that are just like, oh, okay, here, you know, we'll just lay down and take it. And like Kamala has said, like she was genuinely shocked by the amount of companies that just kind of took it, just was like, okay, I'll deal with this. I don't get that part because yeah, what is the fucking fascination with laying down and taking it and just watching your profits go? I mean, you're literally destroying your own ability to make money. I don't understand why you would do that.
well, I mean, I don't know if there's like a secret CEO meeting somewhere where all they get together and talk about how AI is going to solve all their problems or what goes on. But there's just in general corporations all over the world that just are not doing any of the average Joes any good. And a lot of the things they don't realize is the average Joes are the ones who are, you know, not just you know, servers, not just janitors, not just crop workers. They're grocery store attendants. They're your teachers. They're your scientists. They're your nurses. They're your everything. You're going to need someone someday. Like, it's not just going to be CEOs on top of CEOs just chilling places with their AI. Like, you're still going to need someone to perform the seizures. You're still going to need the things like that. So as much as your science, your can plug whatever you want into an AI system, unless they live the world, they won't know the outcome. It's like watching medical, you know, House is a weird example, but I'm going to go with it. Like, just the things that he knew and just could do that were not necessarily standard procedure because he's been in that situation. And that's where they're going to freaking die out because they're stupid and they think they could just AI everything. And that's not how it's going to work.
No, well, and I want to say it was either a floor or an ICU where they were trying AI nurses or virtual nurses, and it failed miserably. Like, I think most people that were in that ICU did not make it back out because it's amazing when you don't have staff.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought? Like, oh my god, what?
Yeah, like
Wow.
computers can only do so, and I'm very advocate, like, you know, like let's make things easier. I have zero problems with that, but making things, I want to make things easier because the average worker is working 10 times harder in places and ways that they haven't before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're thinking about your average computer job, like your job as even just using nursing as an example, charting and things like that. Okay, but make the charting easier. Not take your job away. Make it so you're not jumping through 75 hoops to put in an H&P note. Make it so that it's user friendly. Not make it so that, you know, that thing's going to take your job, because you can't. A computer can assess what you put in it, but patients lie or they omit, and they don't even realize that they're doing it.
Right.
Or they don't realize they know how, like, I'll use my dad as the example. We were in the ER and they saw his chart and they read everything, and you know, he's heart problems. I think it was at that point he was at like 30% heart function. He had AFib. He had a pacemaker put in. He had edema. It was written in his chart. Well, and then the doctor comes in and feels on his leg, and then the nurse comes in and feels on his leg, and another person comes in and feels on his leg. And I said, how many of these guys are just going to let feel on your leg before you tell them that your edema is not in your leg? You get it in your stomach and your chest. And he's like, what? He's like, they should know that. I'm like, How the hell are they supposed to know that? It's listed as edema. The assumption is there. You're the patient. Say something. You're just wanting people to feel you up all damn day long. And he was so mad at me for calling him out. But again, you can read a chart and see edema, but unless you know and have those conversations, like, it's not going to do you any good.
No. Well, and like the other thing too is like there's so many disorders that are related to each other that exacerbate each other, and AI can't even keep small details straight. Like if you give AI a running storyline, it will confuse the details left, right, and center. And we're expecting it to keep the details straight to take care of somebody. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I can't even get it to read my astrology correctly, let alone my medical background. Like, that's just not, it's not going to work. We're going to kill a whole lot of people trying. For what? We have people that are trained to do this stuff. Like, we have, and quite honestly, the only thing we're asking for is to have an assignment that's not fucking, like, gonna like destroy them, whether that's physically or mentally, whichever your purview is. But it's true. I mean, especially after COVID, that shit was like incredible how much, when you really looked at like the entirety of the healthcare system, we were getting ready for it to collapse, and we've been waiting for it to finally like shit the bed, and it's on its way out. But people just don't seem to care. So medical creators are like, okay, well, we've told you it's going to happen.
Right.
So we'll just, I guess, wait and hold the marshmallows.
Well, and there's so many things in the medical field that you can't just book no. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain to people who don't live it and breathe it for a living. Yeah, but, well, it's critical thinking, but it's also like when to let things go and when not to let things go. Like, the standards say this, blood pressure, like X patient has a blood pressure of, like 180 over 70. And like some patients, you're like, holy shit, they're going to have a heart attack. And some patients, you're like, that's the lowest I've seen in the last 25 years. But unless you have those, that background or that knowledge to let it ride, like if you try to get someone who's living in a blood pressure of 200 and it's at 180 down to, a standard, you're going to kill them. Like, they feel like shit. They're absolutely whipped. But that's the kind of back and forth that AI is not going to be able to just know. Or, like, when to let a blood sugar ride. Or, stuff like that. Like, you can't just... It's such a...
It can't factor in how brittle of a diabetic you are at all. Like, it wants solid numbering, and it's just never going to happen. It's not that type of field. It's just not. I mean, if you want that, you got to become an electrician or like an engineer or something like that. Like, those are very hard sciences. Well, but like the situation with medicine is it's inherently like you're looking at 50 shades. It doesn't sound bad, but 50 shades of gray, because you are. Every person's different. Every situation is different. People's family members are different. Whatever, like I could have like literally one family and the it could be like you, where you come in and I know that you're going to safely put your loved one in bed, or I could have somebody come in and want to slide their loved one across the back seat on some Glad bags. Not okay.
Right.
So, it just all depends, but at the same time, like, if I know which families I see, I also know which families I never see, and which ones are going to give me hell on Mother's Day because they showed up and grandma hasn't been right in 6 months, but they don't know because they're never there.
Yeah. And I, not to like pat myself on the back, but like that, I got a lot of praise for a lot of not just the nursing staff in general, but a lot of like the social worker, a lot of those people, the physical therapist, stuff like that, because it was just the right amount of, like, here's my concern. I understand if it's not a concern, I just have to tell you it out loud. You know what I mean? Like, I saw a huge bruise on the back of her hand. I know X, Y, and Z. I just have to tell you because I don't know if she's running into shit on her own, or if she, something happened and she's, someone else in a transfer slammed, whatever. But I have to say it because I saw it. That's like, you see it, you saw it, kind of, the documentation things. But like, grandma's acting a little goofy. I think she's got another UTI, stuff like that. Yeah, just things like that. Or, she said that no one's called, she sat on the toilet for like 2.5 hours yesterday, but I sat in her room for 2.5 hours and she said that like she hasn't seen me in 2 weeks. So I know time's not relevant,
Yeah.
but I just want to say something to you so you know that it's being said in case it's said to someone else.
Right.
Just that right amount of. But it takes a special person, honestly, and I don't like to say it myself, but like, you have to be aware of the surroundings, and you have to be. Still love your loved one enough to say something, but not love them enough to be like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Why didn't you take care of her?" Fine line.
So many of them do that too. Like, and they just jump right to like, "Oh, you're not." Well, yeah, I'm not gonna have time when I got 27 other people to make sure that your mom, who is able-bodied enough to walk, went down to the dining room. Like, that's just not my. It's up to her. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just how that goes. You know what I mean? Like, in certain situations. But it's to take away caregivers. The other side of this that I can't speak to because I'm not in this field, but it's very similar. It's going to be how many medically fragile kids are going to die because of something that is so fucking that we're taking care of right now that we don't have to stop, but we're going to for whatever fucking reason. And I mean, it can be something as simple as like, I mean, kids that otherwise would be healthy and not needing to stay home, but like perhaps the families need support with like meds. Like cystic fibrosis is a great example for that. Like, kids needing to have routine meds, and some of them are very expensive or extra like, calorie type stuff. Those things go so much farther, especially if the parents aren't having to constantly come out of pocket for XYZ. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had to order random stuff for my colostomy supplies because I couldn't get it in time, or had to wait a month or whatever. And I cannot imagine having to deal with that when you have a sick child. That would suck.
Right.
At least when it's me, it's like, oh, figure it out. But if it was my kid, heads would roll. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Because it's something that's preventable. It's just, I think that it was such a flippant and unwise statement, especially not understanding because he's never had to deal with like actually having to live off of a salary in his life. He doesn't understand, and it's not waste, fraud, and abuse. It's actually taking care of your fucking family, and if that's abuse or waste or fraud, I guess, then so be it. But then again, maybe he's on the prowl for some more raccoon dick. I don't know.
Yeah.
So hard to say.
It is hard.
He ran out of that ballroom the other day.
He was chasing it, man. He was chasing it.
He's like, fuck this, I'm done.
Well, and I don't know the honest answer, and they're looking at numbers from years and years on end, but to play devil's advocate, I don't know how many of those numbers increased during COVID, because I know a lot of patients that, I mean, let's say, I know quite a few people who are, very specific about what they put in their body because they've had cancer. So there's not something that they want to add to, and I respect that and I understand that. But like those patients, something happens to them, they can't go into a facility because they're not vaccinated, so they need someone at home to help take care of X, Y, and Z. So like
Actually, in that situation, what it would be, I'm going to tell you what it would be. It wouldn't be that they couldn't go to a facility because of vaccinations. It would be because the facility isn't going to pay for their chemo. When you go into a facility and you're Medicare, the facility pays for your medications, and that includes transports out for like things like cancer treatments and the actual chemo drugs. That's what it is. It comes down to money. It comes down to money for each facility.
Well, I know some facilities weren't taking people that weren't vaccinated too.
That was just during COVID, and now that's
well, that's what I was kind of getting at, is like, I don't know how much they're saying this number, they're giving a figure over X amount of time. I don't know how much of that is inflated during that COVID period and what isn't. Like if they're just giving a figure, like if we were to say 17, 18, 19, 22, like skip COVID years, are those numbers marginally different than, like just exclude them because of those situations? I don't know, because they keep saying like, they grew like 142 million workers and blah, 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 blah. Like, I feel like there's some of those things are
It's a hit back to Andrew Cuomo. That's what it is. Because he banned other people from going in New York. Facilities had to take COVID positive patients whether they wanted to or not, and he just happens to line up on Team Blue, even though he's deplorable and terrible person because he likes to assault women. But yeah, that's what that was about. I think was him being like, oh, he's a Democrat, even though Bobby's whole family is.
Yeah.
But whatever. We'll just overlook that.
Well, and then thinking about like the shortages too, like so between 2019 and 20, where were we at? 26. I can't even fucking figure out what year we're in. How many how worse are we in healthcare shortages than we were before COVID? Because there were a lot of nurses, a lot of doctors, a lot of healthcare like aides. I hate to use that, like nurse techs or whatever you call them in different states. They all have different titles, whatever. That were burnt out completely because of it. Watched too many people die, all that other stuff, and they're like, "Fuck this! I'm going to go do something different." And that healthcare shortage crisis, also kind of contributed to this because if there aren't facilities open, like, stay home. Like, if you're not 24-hour around-the-clock care, you just need some assistance here and there. Like, it all kind of builds in different ways. Like, you could still need assistance, but not need 24-hour care kind of assistance. And like some of those people get to stay at home, and they get like the home people come in their cars and they come and visit them a couple times. Like they're not, what are they called? Like home health people. But you know what I mean? Like how much is a change in everything that's going on too. I just feel like they're just making places to cut money from the American people, and what we as American people don't want is money cut from our health, Medicare, Medicaid, anything that has to do with health whatsoever. Stop cutting that shit. If you want to find places to cut, how about senator pays? Because they're not representing us. No. The House representatives cut their pay. They're not representing us. All the money you're sending over to all the countries, well, the money you're investing right now in bombing other countries that don't deserve it, the money that you're spending to give Israel bombs to blow up Gaza, like, just, how about if we just stop? Like, you want to cut funding, cut it there. Let the people breathe at home. Let them have health care. Let them take their medicine. It just pisses me off so bad that this is the hill that everyone's trying to die on, is right. Keeping help people from having health care.
Well, the other hill that we still are having to die on is the fact that we're sending people over to the Middle East and still have no food. The troops still don't have enough food, and what the fuck? It's right. It's like compounding upon itself, because, like, honest to God, like, we're entering all this shit. We don't have the money for it. Clearly we don't. Because if we did, we wouldn't be cutting from healthcare. We wouldn't be cutting all these places. We would literally be like, okay, cool, we can take care of this. No. But again, we have an untapped source. It's almost like we have all these millionaires and billionaires not paying anything and just sitting around counting their money, Scrooge McDucking it up, and guess what? Right. You have an awful lot of gold here, Mr. McDuck, and it sounds like the people need the gold a little bit more than you.
Right. You know? And, like, just as a crazy idea, like, let's not spend $40 billion on a fucking ballroom and let the people have their health aids.
Yeah, hey, or, why did we tear it the fuck down to begin with? Just wondering how, I know that judges have now put a stop to it because there's too many questions, and rightfully so. I mean, I don't understand how far we're going to allow this. Where
did that wild hair come from anyway? Like, do we know the origin? Like, where was he like,
no idea. It just showed
this is what I'm going to do?
Knocking shit down. Yeah. At first, I thought with the rose garden, and genuinely, I did think this. Now I have different thoughts, but initially I thought, okay, they're making it look like Mar-a-Lago, with all the stupid tchotchkes, all the, and then, but that doesn't explain the East Wing. But I'm wondering now if it's just not money laundering, because this is what this man has done his entire career. Is real estate. Building, leveling, not getting permits. Because even the lady that helped him build one of the, I don't know if it's a casino or the tower, basically said that he never gets his permits, he never does his stuff correctly, he ends up paying the fines, or he ends up holding out in court so he doesn't have to pay the fines, because he does what he always does where he doesn't pay for anything. So yeah, I think that's more the situation, is that he's making money on it, and he's basically, it's just another money laundering scheme. They are literally trying to heist the entire country. People still support him, and it's
Yeah.
just, like, it's just, you get to a point where you're just like, how? How? I don't understand. Because, I mean, I feel like if like, because I mean, I know Obama said it months ago, but it's true. If Obama even did a handful of these things, I mean, pitchforks, torches, the whole knot, like, it would be a shit show. But with him, they're just like, oh, it's just Trump. Like, no, it's not just Trump. He just knocked down half the White House. What do you mean it's just Trump?
Right. I guess it goes back to the theory that it does have a lot to do with what's underneath more than what was on top. And I know that there's like a bunker down there. I know that there's rumors about a data center going in down there, like AI and all that, like, to make the government more something. I have no idea. Like, I feel like there's other buildings for that. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, I feel like intelligence isn't necessarily hidden in the wings of the White House. Like, there's probably other places and stuff for it. I don't know, but I don't know. It just feels like a wild hair, and he was like, I'm gonna tear this fucker down because I hate my wife or something. I have no idea.
It's really hard to say, because you could really just pick your thought or your purview, because he's Don, and he does a lot of weird stuff. I don't know how else to say it. I mean,
He kind of just does have that spoiled rich kid syndrome where I get to do whatever the fuck I want, and no one's gonna stop me. And in most of his life, no one has. So fuck it.
All of his life, apparently.
Yeah, I just said most because I didn't know what his childhood was actually like. But you know,
from what his niece said, it wasn't really great. But at the same time, he went to military school for a reason. Usually, you don't end up in military school unless you have disciplinary problems. Surprise, surprise.
Right. But what good does that do? Because he doesn't know anything military related still, and he makes all these military decisions, and then he's got bone spurs for when we needed him to go somewhere. And
right. I know. 5 times over. I'm so glad he got out of Vietnam 5 times over. It's great. But I just feel like I cannot wait for. I will be so glad when, even if it is the couch man that takes over, I don't feel like they're going to continue to flood the zone, and we might actually get somewhere where we can figure out what the fuck is up and down. Because he's a chaos goblin. Like, honestly, like, Don is wholeheartedly a chaos goblin, and he thrives on that. And I will say, as much as Bannon looks like he just crawled out of underneath a trailer or jail or whatever, he always looks so freaking rough. He's not wrong about flooding the zone as much as it looks like he crawled out of the gutter, but he's not wrong. It's just I feel like it's stress. The point has been done. We're all stressed out to the max. Nobody knows what's up and down. That's why the media is all fucked up. It's served its purpose, and unfortunately it has fucked the country completely up. I mean, they can just literally get on TV and say, hey, wait for the shots to be fired, and nobody does a fucking thing. Anybody else, you'd be arrested immediately.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and he said it too during his first term. He could stand out in the middle of the street on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and nothing would happen to him. And he kind of just proved it, honestly. I mean, I hate it. I don't like it at all. I wish it was not true, but he just keeps just making decisions, and people just keep giving into him. And that just goes back to the whole Epstein thing and everything that's going on, like that honeypot situation, like. Yeah. I know, he just has so much dirt on everybody that there's no way to get around it. I mean, like, everybody from the Supreme Court when he's got his picks there, the three of them that are in his back pocket, and anybody else who he can.
Because they don't vote with him very often.
I mean,
at least not Comey Barrett. She's like, I'm good.
I don't think he has the same dirt on her as the rest of them.
He probably doesn't.
She doesn't.
Squeaky clean. That's the problem with her.
Right,
I mean,
like
I'm
if
saying, like, for him, not for us, for him.
Right.
She's been surprisingly middle of the road, which I'm not complaining about.
Like what you're supposed to be. Yeah, I know it's fucking weird,
Objective.
right? That she actually doing what she's supposed to do.
Right.
And I didn't expect that from her. Honestly, I expected it to be a lot more. And I am a little still perturbed that how much religion still gets brought into these decisions because it's not supposed to be.
Right.
If that's what you're going to use as your moral high ground, that should be, I mean, that's fine, but that shouldn't be apparent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that should be an internal monologue conversation, but you're supposed to be very non-biased about everything. You're supposed to be very middle of the road. I'm interpreting the law, not interpreting the law compared to my religion or whatever. Now, you know, you just can't take people's rights away just because of your religious upbringing. It's just not okay. And I don't
law or whatever.
Yeah, that's. Are you kidding me right now? Like, what are you doing? Like, just stop. I initially was just thinking of Roe, but I mean, the list goes on and on anymore, really. But the Supreme Court did today say that the tariffs were illegal. He can't do it and all that other stuff. Like, it's just officially done and over with. So I guess we won, but it took us how long? And we're never going to see that money again. And I wish I wish we could, as much as they keep pushing things through to that to make it happen, you know, let's just go to the Supreme Court because they'll tell me I can do whatever I want. It's still not fast enough to get us where we need to be.
Right.
Like, in the right direction. Like, it needs to be, go through the right processes and do the right thing.
What do you think about the Virginia redistricting situation? Because that's a whole bunch of bullshit. Because I believe that, I don't know if it was SCOTUS or if this was Ohio Supreme Court. It could have been Ohio, so I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that they just ruled on gerrymandering and said it was fine. So now it's not?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, that depends on who there's gerrymandering, what it feels like, because when Texas did it, it was fine. When California did it, it was taken to a whole fucking level of bullshit. But again, California had the people vote on it. Virginia had the people vote on it. And Texas just had, Don said, let's do it, and they did it. And the people had no choice. They had no say-so. They didn't vote on it, and the maps were drawn. It all needs to be, as much as everyone, they keep complaining about it, like, one state does it, the other state does it. We could do this all damn day long. Let's get through all 50 of them. It doesn't fucking matter at this point. The point of the matter is, when the Democrat does it, Republicans complain that it's not fair or whatever, even though they're going through the things of saying, hey, you know, like, let's put it on the ballot and make people vote on it, so at least the people are getting a choice. I don't know. It just seems like if you don't like it, then just pass the fucking law that's been sitting in the fucking House for how long about gerrymandering and make it illegal and make it officially illegal and make the maps drawn by a third party, you know, somebody who doesn't have any say-so in it whatsoever. They've got nothing to win or lose, and just make them fair.
Yeah.
And they're just the people fucking matter anymore, regularly.
Right. The audios and videos glitching. I was just gonna wait for it to catch back up.
I noticed it's not in sync anymore.
No.
It was like it was very delayed.
Yeah, well, it still kind of is. It doesn't come back up. I don't know why.
I'm like, what? I've seen worse.
Alright, well, there we go. But, yeah, I mean...
Like, you almost freeze for a second while I'm still moving in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You're freezing, well, a little bit. But, yeah, like, I feel like they've been doing that whole tit for tat thing forever. Like if a Republican wants to do something, it's fine. If the Democrats want to do something, it's not fine. And it's just you get to a point where we're gonna have to pick one. We're gonna have to sit or get off the pot. I don't know which way it's gonna. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm hoping that the one legacy that Trump has is that we know where the weaknesses are. We know where we need to share everything up. We know the guardrails need to go back into place. We know where the bodies are in the skeletons, where they're at in the closet. But the thing about it is that that once he is, however he exits 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Yeah. Let's be for real. You cannot live there forever. So,
right.
It's going to be one of those that we have to figure out how we can prevent this from ever happening again. And basically, we need to decide on one set of laws. Like, if we're going to go states' rights, let's do it. If we're going to go federal government oversight, then let's do it. We got to pick one. We cannot have it both ways. Both ways has led us to here. It's not going to work.
Right.
Like, the Civil War was pretty straightforward. The federal government has some oversight. So why, to me, it's like they always are harping about Civil War and it's being states' rights, but what does it fucking matter if you don't listen to the states anyway? Just like here.
Right.
With the medical marijuana.
I say, we're the prime example. We're the prime example.
And I can't say the word, but you know what I mean. That part, the other thing we voted on in that ballot referendum. If we're not going to use the state or the actual Constitution for what they've actually been written to do, then let's just make them toilet paper and call it a fucking day. Because it's a social contract. You can't have it both ways. If you are going to violate it, then the contract is therefore broken, and we don't have a functioning Constitution, which is a fucking problem.
I just think that if the worst thing that happens is there's going to be guardrails put up for everything, then okay, if you can't, so like we'll go back to the Ohio example and our fucking maps and how bad they are with the gerrymandering, and they were voted as unconstitutional by the Ohio Supreme Court 2 or 3 times at least, in the last. Yeah, and they never got fixed. They keep getting pushed through, and they're like, we'll just keep using them. It's fine. They keep fucking them up. Fine. If you can't do it, if you can't do what you're supposed to do and make them so they're justifiable, whatever way that it needs to be, then we go by little individual votes. Fuck them.
Yeah.
By the state. We're just going to go by populace instead of going by people. It doesn't matter. There's no representation. You just don't do it. We just go right back through this way and go on. Like, fuck it. Because, like, what difference does it make? You're not going to listen to us anyway. You proved that. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like if we're not going to, like, the Electoral College is basically worthless. You're proving the point. The Republicans right now have been proving the point. It's just, now, hopefully they see it. Maybe we can actually just get rid of the fucking thing. But it's just, at the same time, it's back to, I'm hoping it's going to take an entire group of people to fix this shit show once we get any kind of control back, and that's just the reality of the situation. We've talked about it. I've seen other groups of people talk about it. I've seen psychic people talking about it, stuff like that. But like, we are going to need councils. We are going to need specialized councils to go through X, Y, and Z. We're going to need councils to go through law, medical, security, whatever, like just different councils to go through and make it so that we're gonna have to just it's like he handed us that ball of Christmas lights that have just been tangled into bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just picturing like National Lampoon's like, here's your government back, and we're like, fuck. We're gonna get people to separate shit and make it so that it makes sense again, because nothing is right. Well, and it's going to take us years to rebuild, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, we don't necessarily have to get to the burn it down stage to fix it. We just can't fix it by trying to go back to status quo. We need to actually fix it. And I don't think that there is a hard push on either side. I think that Donald Trump getting elected, for as much as the bullshit, leave the bullshit out of it. Leave the lies, the this, that, the other thing. What MAGA, a majority of MAGA wanted was lower prices. Mm-hmm. They wanted to be heard.
and they wanted to be recognized and seen.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we can all honestly feel. I mean, all of us, every single person, if you're not a 1%, you feel it across the board. Prices are too high. We are literally living daily just to work, to die. Like, there's nothing. There's no joy. There's no whatever, because there's not enough time or energy left at the end of the day, anything to enjoy all the things that are going on, all the things you could do. We're not living life. We're just working life. We're just modern day pawns. There are plenty of people on all sides and all platforms that agree with that. The premise of what he said and the reason that they voted that way makes sense. The racism, the misogyny, all that other shit, like, fuck all that.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying that outright. But if we get enough of them to see that the system's fucking broken,
Mm-hmm.
and get them to understand, like, this is what we need to do to fix it. It's not get rid of the immigrants. It's not make women incubators. It's not blah. We need to cohesively work together and, as average people, make it so that the average people can live.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? Make sure that we have enough equity coming into us. We can replenish the system by being able to give it back. Healthcare. If we've got to go to universal, just paychecks, then that's fine too. Whatever we have to do to get to the places where we can be functioning people again, we just got to get there.
Yeah, I mean, some of it is marginal tax rates. Some of it's going to be things like making people pay that make over, whatever the cutoff is for Social Security, making them pay Social Security tax. That alone will help. It's just, it's so easy to fix if we tax the right people. Like, it's literally, like, they've had a past, they've had however many years, they've sufficiently manipulated every market that you can, really, because you can't, that's what stock buybacks are, is basically manipulating the stock market. So it's they've done it for however long. It's time. Like, so many. The thing that blows my mind is, once again, we're back to the trickle down that's going to fail and has failed every time. What's the long-term game plan when there's no restaurants for even the rich people to eat at? What's the game plan then when there's no services anymore for anybody, including the rich people? Like, you cannot, when you have a society that's on a trajectory to implode like ours is, money doesn't mean a fucking thing. Money is useless. There comes a point where you cannot buy your way out of things without the infrastructure to be able to swing your dick around. They don't have the infrastructure. Like, you can have all the money in the world, but if you're not a pilot, you're not flying anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same kind of thing. Like, it's just, they're thinking like, oh, I got all this money. The money's useless if you don't have any people that you can either pay or you can utilize to purchase goods and services without. There's no goods and services. There's no restaurants. There's no nothing without the money from us, without the workers from us, without us. Otherwise, they don't get their needs met either. They just are sitting on a wad of cash that's not worth anything. How is that helping them too? It's not. They just are going to be the last to see it because they think that they're special. They're not. They're just going to be the last to figure it out. All of us are feeling it, so.
Yeah. Well, there's only so much that you can give away, too. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much. If I had $75 billion, like, even if I split it with my kids, there's only so much that can be spent at a time. Like, you're wasting it. You're literally just wasting it sitting on it. It's not going anywhere. You're not going to use it. It's not going to help you. Like, you're fucking moron at this point. Like, you're just greedy. Mm-hmm. What's the point? Like, what's the point? If civilization collapses and you're like, well, I'm still the richest person in the world, I'm like, yeah, but you're still the tiniest dick, so what difference does it make? Like,
well, that's literally the problem here too. It seems to be a lot of people, a lot of old men that do a lot of weird stuff that have micro.
Yeah.
That seems, between him and Hitler, that seems to be the cohesive thing.
Yeah.
Which is a whole nother ball of wax.
Right.
But I mean, it's just, there's only so much. Unless you're going to burn it for fuel, I don't know how far you're going to get with any extra money like that.
Right.
You know?
I just can't imagine, like, I just don't, like, it's beyond our comprehension to have that much money coming in daily or even hourly or whatever, just to have that much money. Like, it's incomprehensible to us because it's not even close to, like, where we would be. Like, thinking about bringing in double your income tomorrow makes you go, ooh, what the fuck? What am I going to do with all this shit? Like,
Oh, I'd find
triple
ways
your
around it.
income and you're like, I don't like, now I'm gonna start donating shit, you know what I mean? Like, you're really at a point where you're like, I'm going to pay off my bill. Like, everybody, the average people are like paying off my bills, then like just coasting like, I'm not gonna quit my job because I don't, or I'm not gonna quit my job, or I'm gonna quit my job and find a different job of something I actually want to do, things like
Right.
that, you know what I mean? Like, to have billions of dollars that you could just sit on your ass and like twiddle your thumbs and you're still making money, like, that's just disgusting. Like, it's disgusting. Your brain's not worth that much. Your
No.
whatever soul you sold to get to that point,
Right.
it's not worth it. Like,
Yeah. Well, and like, if we're following turning theory, then this is the point where the millennials are going to save us because we're the ethical ones, I think. Not that Gen Z isn't, they are, but it's a little bit less divided. It's a little bit more divided with Gen Z versus, because you know, you have the Groypers and all that stuff that's going on down there. But, you know, the millennials for the most part are pretty even keeled, pretty, I mean, honestly, pretty straightforward. Most of them lean liberal, but not everybody. But they're going to be the ones that are going to take the time to fix the shit because our whole thing is we're not putting our kids through this. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing any of this stuff. We're not going to continue this shit on and pretend like everything's fucking hunky dory when this man has been doing horrible things to kids on an island somewhere. Like, this is not going to be okay.
well,
Ever.
I mean, yeah, if you think about it too, like, we've been fucked from since go.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, I say it,
We
like,
didn't have a
and
shot.
we didn't have a shot, but on top of it, like, we've been chastised from, like, oh, the millennials versus the boomers, the millennials versus this group, or, you know, like, we've been chastised since, like, go. And they're like, well, if you guys just keep eating your avocado toast, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm trying to pay off my student loans
Right.
because the second
I
I,
don't like
fucking
avocado.
graduate. Yeah, like, I don't either. And most of the time you have avocado, you got to put lemon in it. I'm allergic to it, so it doesn't work out for me.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, but we've been like, graduated from high school, Clinton, fine, you know, well, it was actually Bush, but
It was
I
Clinton.
graduated from high
That's
school.
okay.
Well, I mean, it was just like that we were like right there, you know what I mean? Like, we
Yeah.
were still living high on the good part of the, you know, the
America's
balanced
never
budget.
Gonna fall. We're gonna be good.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then September 11th,
Yeah.
and the recession, the housing crisis, graduate. Like, it's just been like, boom, 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 boom. And every time we're like, oh yeah, I'm at a place where, like, I'm 40, everything's gonna be fine. COVID, you know, like,
Oh, I know.
oh, this is gonna happen. Like,
Or it's
boom,
almost
like every.
we can pick up the okay. like you're like, I got my shit. There we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like, I don't like we've never been on vacation, but like, I've got a bunch of Disney and Marvel shit all over my house because this is all I have left is my childhood.
Right.
Give me the fancy moments, the happy moments. I will relive every Disney movie. I've got Buzz and Woody just chilling right above my head over here. You know, I've got Marvel figures all over the place. It's fine. This is what I have. That's all I have. I'm gonna die with it, and I'm never gonna have a retirement. I'm never gonna pay
No.
off my loans.
No.
It's just gonna be like this constant. Like, so that's why we have to fix it. We're all fucking just at that point of like, what's the point?
There isn't one. Like, that's the thing. Like, if we can't even like live, like, and I'm not even talking like exorbitantly, just actually like live. Like, I mean, it's almost like to a point where we've had so many crises. Let me just tell you this. Like, I'm not exactly proud of this, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not gonna keep getting screwed over. So like this time when I saw it coming, I was like, oh, yep, let's just stop paying these bills right now. Because it's like, I'll get the windfall from it because it'll get forgiven. Hopefully, if not, oh well, I'll pay it off later. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's gonna have to come along and fix this shit. And if they don't,
yeah.
that's fine, but we're gonna revolt. I mean, we're getting close.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, you pay so much on the student loans, and then you know,
still
like,
owe
oh, like
more than
this
you
this
borrowed.
new Oh yeah, because constantly, like I've taken
Yeah.
out, like it said over, like I took 40, I've paid 100 and I owe 60 still. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what the fuck's the point? What kind of fucking mortgage is this bullshit? And you made me at 18 sign a contract that I had no idea what I was talking about, or didn't have any idea what
Yeah.
interest and how interest rate work or whatever. And then you're like, well, this is going to happen. And it's like the interest rate has just gone up so much and just continues to pile daily. Like the only time I ever felt like I was getting ahead is during COVID when I was paying on it. And it was like, oh, and then the save thing. And I'm like, cool, I'll join that because it's supposed to help. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, by the way, now that program doesn't exist. And now your percent is back up like 150% from where it was when you stopped paying, when it went into deferment because they told you this new program was going to be better. It's like, you just keep fucking me. It doesn't matter.
No, like that's the other thing too. Like, I mean, if I ever got like at this point, I feel like if they garnish my wages, like you can only take so much. There's actual protections left for garnishment. There isn't for anything else. I'm gonna just let it go. Fuck it, because my credit's already fucked. Like that, there's no saving that. I don't think I know I'm not alone, and that is a millennial. We're all
No.
fucked. And then it's like, at the same time, I'm like, if I'm gonna pay 10% in garnishment versus 15, that they can take the most of, yeah, just garnish the fucking wages. Just Jesus. Like,
Well, and I don't understand the theory, too, that it's like, I can't just pay something. You know what I mean? Like, I know that the interest rate's higher, but like, they literally tell you no. If I'm like, hey, listen, this is what I've got going on. Here's all my bills. This is what I can afford to give you. And they're all like, nope, it's either $500 or nothing. And you're like, well, guess what the answer is going to be? Fuck
Yeah.
off, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have $500. Like, you promised me a way better opportunity.
Right.
Like, tell me, like, with my degree, I'm making what I was supposed to make when you told me when I graduated, and include interest or inflation and things like that where I should be at now. If you find me a job where I'm making $400 an hour, then yes, I'll be happy to pay the $500 a month of my fucking student loans.
Right. Well, and it's like it's gotten to the point where I mean it's going to. I mean, Biden could see it coming that it was going to undo the economy. It's just it's going to, because like they're like, oh, millennials aren't buying homes. Yeah, motherfuckers, because you got us so fucking hemmed up with all this shit, and then you keep crashing the fucking economy. Like we haven't had 10 years of a solid economy at all. It's been constantly like, how can we manipulate it to make the most money, and the insider trading and just the rules that don't apply to the rich people, and it gets so goddamn old when you're the one that's like, I just wanted to have a kid. I launched it, I mean, we had our kid right before fucking COVID. It's been nothing but, I feel like my entire adult life is, if I had an actual dick, it would make more sense in the sense that like I just feel like I've been kicked in the dick constantly through the entirety of my adult life, that you just get to a point where you're like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. There's nobody in my age group, heads up, has good credit, or very few do. So the bottom line is that it's not an incentive anymore. We don't give a fuck. Nobody's judging anybody about the credit situation like the boomers did, because we've all been through hell and back, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Right. Like you've now made that a non-issue. Thank you for that. Nobody gives two shits if you don't pay your bills anymore, because they don't at the top, so why should I?
Right. Well, and we were fed a bullshit. Like when we got to the place of almost adulthood, and they said, "Hey, you're going to be an adult soon. All the trade jobs are full. You have to go to college to make a living."
Oh yeah.
So they forced us in. They forced us into debt that way. Mm-hmm. But also, like, okay, so now we're back in the reverse of that, where it's like, well, my kids' generation doesn't want to go to college because they see us being like, I'm never going to fucking pay that shit off. So it's never going to happen again. You're going to have like the same in reverse. But there should be an incentive. You know what I mean? Like, you enforced an entire generation to go to college because you said all the trade jobs were good because those people refused to retire. Then there should be an automatic incentive. Thank you for still working and going into the economy and putting money in. Like, there's nothing.
Right. Well, and like I think we were closest to that with Biden, where he was debating about making certain degree tracks that were indeed free, and I think that would have been the smartest thing we could have ever fucking done, because there's certain jobs that we still need. Especially like even long-term care, we still need nurses to a degree, not always in every market, but we do, because the boomers are going to fucking kill us all.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to run half of us out. It's to me, it's just, you have layering of just one insult that just lays into the next. And honestly, the only thing that it has done is just incentivize the millennials to just be like, yeah, we're not participating, and we're not going to make our kids participate in this. And so, yeah, that's the only thing that I've learned from it, is why fucking bother, and my kid's never doing this.
Right.
That's what I've gotten out of it.
Well, and then like, even if you go into the like healthcare, like when you go into the programs and stuff, and like, well, healthcare is forgiven if you're in it for this long time, or this one's forgiven if you're like teachers, public service.
Not anymore.
You know, well, that was like the plan, right? But it's like the adjacent ones still weren't. You know, like my job wasn't. It's not healthcare enough, but it's not healthcare. Like, we don't get discounts and weird healthcare stuff. But if it wasn't for me doing my thing, like, you know what I mean? It's just like that weird place. But you know, it's just, there's just so many other things that are just on top of it. It's just like you're one step behind everything of making it better, you know? It's like, why don't you just, instead of like making it degree oriented, specific, like, okay, here's your money for school, and if you successfully have a job that is stimulating the economy for, you know, after you've been out of college for 5 years, you steady held a job for 5 years, it's paid back.
Right.
It's forgiven. You know, like, what doesn't matter what the job is. If you went to school for, you know, I'll throw myself out there. I went to school for science, medical science, and I'm working in medical science. Pay it off. Like,
right. Yeah, I mean, it's just, for the longest time, like, my dad got multiple degrees by going back with companies that, you know, Pfizer paid for one of his degrees. I want to say Dow Chemical paid for another one. Yeah, I mean, that's what he did. That was his hobby for the longest time, but he didn't have to pay any of it back. I mean, as long as he passed the class and got whatever the requirement was, he didn't have to pay squat. But my whole thing is just like, how many ways can you extract any wealth out of the millennial generation before you realize that we're tapped? We don't have any. Like, how hard are you going to let it fuck you over before you realize that maybe you should go to a different well?
Right.
We're done. We don't have any money. We have Gen X and millennials combined have less money than I think Gen Z and boomers do.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, the boomers I 100% agree with. I don't know about Gen Z because I don't really know where that cutoff is in between.
Maybe it was I'm sorry, it was Gen Z and millennials that had less than Gen X and boomers. Yeah. Like the two of us, like the Gen Z and millennial combined had less than each of them.
The powers of angst combined.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. And Gen Z, it's like they're, you know, they have their own shit show to deal with. So, yeah, I mean, and then, you know what made me feel old this week too is people are like, what's Gen Y? And I'm like, it's us. Like, do people not remember that millennials were called Gen Y for the longest time?
Yeah.
Before 2000, we were Gen Y, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, kids.
And they were like, oh, this sounds way cooler. We're going to go with this. Yeah.
Yep. And then they're like, oh, because I remember when it came out was when because I graduated in 2000. So they were like, oh, it's the millennial generation. And that's because it was, remember Y2K with all the millennial shit? Oh, everything was like, it's the millennium of this. It's for the millennium. It's like, oh my God. I remember that year, I was like, if I ever hear that fucking word again.
Y2K.
I wish we could
millennial,
go. But then,
oh, yeah.
You know, there we go.
It never ends. Yeah, I mean, I almost wish that Y2K was their biggest problem right now.
Yeah, that was such a
like, we thought that was like such a thing. People were panicking buying new computers.
Yeah. They're like,
fucking the line at Best Buy was like insane. Like right around Christmas, everyone thought their shit was just gonna stop working.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's just gonna go. It's just gonna roll over to just like everything fucking else in the world. Like, just like the speedometer in your car. It's fine.
Well, it's like when you watch Office Space and he's like, "Yeah, we're updating the TPS reports for the Y2K conversion."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah!" Like I remember watching just a clip on TikTok, and I was like, "Oh my god, TPS reports! I forgot about that shit." Like the Y2K part. But yeah, it's like. That was such a big thing. Like, that was such a big fucking ordeal. And then just, and the other thing that I've been seeing that has kind of gotten the memory thing going is there's people that are taking, like, you remember how TV video, how grainy it was back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s? Well, they're throwing a 4K filter on it. So you can see how young or old people looked back in the day, and it's like people like Mahatma Gandhi and like Princess Diana, people that there's plenty of footage of, but it's that grainy as fuck. Like, 1982 called and they want their fucking footage back, but when you slap the 4K filter, it's like modern day video, and it's amazing what some people actually did look like. It's incredible.
I just watched a video the other day about that too, like about how our generation specifically looks so much younger than like even Gen X did, and like
then Gen Z does too.
Yeah, I mean, even I wouldn't even say like even the younger millennials have that weird age thing, because like my brother looks like 10 years older than me and he's 7 years younger than me.
Oh,
but it's
really?
like a weird thing. Yeah, like I remember. Shit, that motherfucker, we went to the In-N-Out by our house, and it was like his 21st birthday. I took him in there. I got carded, and he didn't. And I was like, fuck all the way off, man.
Yep.
Like, fuck all the way off. But I get that a lot with, like, people when you talk to them about, like, having kids, and like, oh, how old are your kids? And I'm like, my oldest is 19. And they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, 42, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, it happens all the time. Like, these people don't get it. And I'm like, my 19-year-old, when you look at him, he comes home from, he used to work at Kroger at the, just cashing people out and stuff. And then people were like, he'd have to get help. Like, before he turned 18 with the booze and stuff, they're like, man, you're old enough. I don't know why you're doing that. He's like, I'm not. And they're like, you look like you're like 25. And I'm like, he does. He looks old as shit compared to, like, give him 5 years, and him and I are going to look the same exact age if I quit balding. It'll be fine. I don't understand what it is about our generation that looks so young compared. And they were like, well, we used a lot more, like, sunscreen. I'm like, bullshit. I didn't. I was out all damn time.
Oh, I did. For sure. But a lot. For me, it was the sunscreen, and I don't know if it's smoking or not, because like the younger kids tend to vape. I still don't know that vaping is wonderful for you, but I don't know. I think it could just be environmental. Like, it could also just be childhood stress levels were lower because we actually had like an actual childhood. That's one perk to being a millennial. Like, your adulthood is gonna blow, but you got this whole childhood where like shit was magical, the world was promising, you had like hopes and dreams. They're gonna get squashed, but you'll have a moment in time where you'll feel like you're actually gonna get somewhere.
Yeah,
it's cute.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. It's just weird because it's like, I mean, we had a pool, so like my mom did put us in sunscreen quite a bit, but not as much as like there were plenty of times where it was like, if we weren't in the pool, we didn't wear it. Like, if we were going swimming, we were just going to ride our bikes all damn day long. Like, no one touched sunscreen. It was just when we were by the pool. And I don't even think we reapplied that often or anything like that. I don't know. Like, we still went out and, smoked and drank way too young and did all the stupid things way too young. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is between here and there and everywhere and all that stuff. But, like...
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
The flip side, though, is millennials are dying astronomically young at high rates. So I feel like there's something that we were exposed to or did, or it could be preservatives, it could be any number of things. I mean,
I say preservatives all the time.
I think just looking back at like crystal clear Pepsi, like we probably were not supposed to drink that shit, okay?
Right. I was like, it preserved our youth, but it also has made us have like like I have not met a millennial that can stand up without grunting yet. It doesn't even matter if they're like in tip top physical shape. Like we're still like, God, my knees are clacking and my shoulder, and I can tell when it's gonna rain everywhere. You could be in tip top shape, and all of us have it. I'm like, it's because of the preservatives. Like we are gonna be like petrified into like this perfect image of whatever we think we are, and just not move, be able to move again because we drank Red 40 in high volumes and clear Pepsi. I forgot all about that until right this second. Like,
yep.
And Tab and Jolt and
and Surge. And
Surge was awesome.
And we just ate sugar with sour mix in it straight out of the.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, the Hot Topic where you go and like fill up the little sugar things. Well, or you buy them where it's like all the horrible colors. Yeah, it was just
well,
like,
and I just remember
weird shit. I mean, really, but, you know.
I mean, no, but they had that thing where you could win like free shit from like the Pepsi and the Mountain Dew caps and stuff. So like we would ride our bikes around the neighborhood trying to find change, go up to the In-N-Out to buy the Pepsis and we drink Mountain Dew, like it was candy, like that's fine. And then like open the thing, like, oh, we get all the points together so we can. I think me and the neighbor kid got like, both of us got a skateboard and like a t-shirt. Like we didn't get it big enough, but those were still a lot of points. Like we spent a good portion of our youth that summer just doing stupid yard work for the neighbors and like going right back up to buy some more fucking Mountain Dew to get that shit.
Right. I have part of me wonders if it wasn't just having a childhood where we were outside all the time. Like if, because I mean, if you think about it, Gen Z was the first one that they were kind of more pulled back inside. Now we know why.
Well,
E-file.
Yeah, we were kind of just like here's life. Go figure it out. And we're like, cool, we're gonna go do that. And like, God, like the shit we could have gotten in. I mean, we got into trouble. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know.
Yeah.
We got, you know.
You're left up to your own devices. That's gonna happen.
I mean, we would we would go around the neighborhood after the 4th of July and grab all the fireworks that didn't go off and then like light them with sparklers in front of my house. And so like sometimes they were just like the little fizzy pop things and it was fine, and sometimes they were not, and they were like boom, and like, oh shit, that was a ground level boom, like huge one, like just took out my whole neighborhood. It's fine. But my favorite story is like we found like 4, and they were bottle rockets, but we didn't know it, that didn't go off. Oh, not bottle, Roman candles that didn't go off. So we thought the end, you know, like you stick in the ground, that was a rocket. So we lit them upside down and we set them in we made a pop bottle. And we cut the bottom like a window out of it so we could light it with the sparkler. And so we had them sitting in it, and we're all just sitting there like ready for them, and we had like 4 of them go off at once, and it shot out of the fucking pop bottle and just started like shooting at us like at random, and like everyone's screaming like hit the dirt, and like just laying down on the ground, just like Roman candles. It was like the worst thing that could have happened, but it was like the funniest thing. Like Mom's like, maybe you guys shouldn't do that anymore, and as she smokes her cigarette and goes back on her phone over and wherever fucking do it. I was like, okay, it's fine.
It was probably it's probably all the Ecto Cooler and Kool-Aid that we had.
I had when they re-released that Ecto Cooler for Ghostbusters like recently, I bought so much of that shit. I had some in the freezer, like so I could just like this is forever. I'm gonna keep it. And then like our freezer went out, and we ended up having to like we had slushies and shit. It was like this is the last of it ever, but it was like such a moment of like, I needed this in my life.
I know, it's like. And some of the products too, it's like it's like I get so pissed off because like we bought Capri Sun for something, I don't remember what it was, and me and Josh tried it and we're like, this is garbage.
It's not the same.
It is absolutely not the same. That's why we're like, what is this shit? Because it is not Capri Sun, I can tell you that right now. I mean, well, now also Capri Sun kind of worries me because I'm afraid it's going to be moldy inside. That's why I'm going to buy it. But at the same time, I mean, we all had that. I love how, like, when we were kids, And it happened to us all the time.
I was
Nobody
like-
batted an eye. Now we're like, oh
we
god.
had cardboard boxes of juice. Like, you know how often that happened and no one fucking noticed? It's fine. That's what made us look like this. They were just not the right amount of candida. It's fine. You'll be fine.
It's all good.
Um,
you know, it'll be all right. Just
No,
walk
but I
it
mean,
off.
she's like licking the shopping cart when you're a baby. It just builds immunity. Walk it off. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, since COVID, I feel like people are kind of wusses when it comes to the shopping carts. I'm like, I got it! Like, and then I'm like, oh, I wonder why I get sick all the time. It's probably from the shopping carts.
Yeah. I mean, no, 100%. I just remember like my kids were little. They used to put their like you try your best to make them not put their mouth on everything, but I mean, it just does, and it just happens, and it's like, yeah. And some people would just be like, hand sanitizer, everything. I'm like, if they're not sticky, they're not getting hand sanitizer. Like, it's fine.
It's not good for them. Like that much. Yeah, there is. Like, I will give some credence to there is some actual truth to the kids do need to get certain types of sick to regularly maintain. But I feel like that is vastly overblown as to what they actually need to maintain their immune system. And we overshoot it. Like, you don't...
Yeah.
You don't need half of that stuff. But yeah, you do the occasional cold. Nothing major. Nothing that's going to mess with your DNA or RNA.
Right. I don't want you to get, like malaria, but I mean, the rhinovirus is fine.
COVID does fuck with, some pretty scary organs and,
Oh, yeah.
Not the RNA part, but I'm just saying, like, it does damage enough to cause POTS and, like, MCAS and so many other things.
Yeah, I don't...
From COVID, it's like, you don't want that shit. Like,
no.
But you do need the occasional cold.
Yeah, the head cold, the seasonal flu, that bullshit, like, it needs to happen.
Yeah, that's how
it's
they build
fine.
an immune. I mean, as long as they're healthy kids, of course, because there's kids that have other issues and they shouldn't be exposed and blah, blah, blah.
But I think that's another thing, too. Like, a lot of people didn't get tested for that, like, autoimmune disorders and stuff in the past. Like, I have, like, one of my friends, she has an autoimmune disorder. I call it her BIDS, because she was born with it, instead of AIDS, where she was acquired. But like, her whole life has had this autoimmune disorder, like, has to have, like, the infusions and stuff. But she has, like, an aunt that, like, literally has been hospitalized, and they've labeled her as, like, a hypochondriac her whole life. But I was like, no, she had the autoimmune disorder too. Like, crap.
Yeah,
How often did that happen? Because if you don't spike a fever because it's an autoimmune disorder, your immune system doesn't fight it. Like, now you're just a crazy person.
No, or you're like me, because it happens to me too, because of the endo. I don't get fevers, which is not good. It's really not good for you. You should get a fever if you have an infection. If you don't, there's actually a problem.
Right.
But, yeah, it's one of those where, it's... Part of it, too, is just... It is developing, autoimmunes, but furthermore... There's a lot of research that's showing that we develop autoimmunes from viruses. So, there's that. So it just all depends on the virus. Because, and I think that that association came through during COVID with POTS and with, MCAS and HEADS and all the other, kind of, I don't know, branches of that tree where they people were getting all kinds of crazy immune disorders. Plus, I did see so many people during COVID, they would get COVID and then they would either hemorrhage or they would clot. And I know it messes with, like, I want to say I don't know if it's factor 5, but it messes with your clotting factor.
Mm-hmm.
So, there is some truth to some of these, like, thought processes, or people are trying to critically think, and when you're given horrible information from the government consistently during the last crisis that was COVID and now the manufactured crisis, it does lead people to draw conclusions that may not be accurate. And how much can we really hold people accountable as far as, like, having these conspiracy theories or whatever, when really we're looking for answers because we're not being given them.
Right.
And that's what humans do. We critically think and we and we observe our environment. That's what we do.
Yeah, well, when you're also being told by, I mean, we live in this world pre 2016 where the president would tell you something and that's the truth. They have no reason to lie. Like, they may not tell you the entirety of the truth, but they're not going to, like, tell you that there's not something out there that's going to kill you, sort of thing. To most of us, right? So when everything happened with COVID and it's like, well, that's bullshit and this is, this is going to kill you, this isn't going to kill you, just inject bleach or, get horse dewormer and, like, all this other stuff, like what do you believe, what don't you believe? And not he's not the one that would believe, honestly, on it, clearly, but where do you start, where do you stop, where do you draw that line of, like, what do I believe? Because now everyone's questioning everything science, so, like, there's not enough fine line thought. So we've had like homeopathic things versus full on, like, prescription medications. Yeah, there's a point where, like, stuff like that works. You can use, like, beets and turmeric for, like, high blood pressure and stuff if you're in the very early phases, but you start getting to, like, big phases where it's like, and I'm talking, like, a couple numbers off, I'm not talking, like, the point where you need prescriptions, but you still need prescriptions, you can move into that, like, there's still some things you can do. There's the diet, exercise works for a lot of things, depends on what your diet is and what your exercise is, but, like, like honey for the sore throat, there's things we can do in levels and stuff that's different, and I think that there's just been a lot of extremists one way or another, and that's causing a lot of problems. Like, we need to go to like other countries where you have to be a hand layer healer while you're learning medicine, because like sometimes it's both.
Yeah well, and, like, little things like, not go ahead and vaccinate your kids. It doesn't, the autism is genetic. Like, it's probably because your grandpa had a train collection.
Right. Or those little plates or spoons,
Right. Just look at your family tree, realize that so everybody loved trains, and okay, yeah, the odds are not good. Like,
right. They're forever in your favor.
Right. It's not going to be the Tylenol. It's going to be the fact that, Uncle Bill has all kinds of collections of all kinds of very random, very particular things, or has a thing for, like, trains or planes or whatever. That's more reliable, I think. Like, just like for me, like, I'm dyslexic. My dad, I think, was dyslexic, and Josh's dad was. Well, what's the what's the chance of my daughter having dyslexia? Pretty fucking high, Right. Pretty fucking high. It's one of those things, like, it's just like anything else. I mean, we can continue to, like, you can continue to try to prescribe or subscribe to some of these homeopathic things, or you can just get your kids vaccinated.
Right.
And we know that the vaccines work. You don't have to do them all, but you should do the main ones. Polio for sure.
That was the first thing that came to mind, like measles, polio, like your MMRs.
Measles
like,
will wipe away your immune system. If you do not get your kids vaccinated for it, it will fuck them up. If they ever get it, it will fuck them up. It will reset their entire immune system. You don't want to go through that. It's dangerous. We picked these viruses for a fucking reason.
Right. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me or whatever. I don't remember what that age group is, too, but, like, I had chickenpox twice. So we didn't get the chickenpox vaccine because we got the chickenpox twice. And the second time I had it, it was like, my fever was so high, I almost had Rice syndrome. So, like, my parents were, like, freaking out and everything was really bad. So, but, like, I know that there are people in our age group that did get the chickenpox, but it's like, one or the other doesn't really matter.
I didn't get the vaccine, but yeah.
But it's like, we're not talking about, like, the ones that you need to get into kindergarten, like, they're there for a reason. Like, the ones you need when you go to the doctor and they show you all these things, and it's like, you don't have to do necessarily the HPV, but come on, like, let's get rid of the rubella, let's get rid of the measles, the polio, all the normal steps ones that we've been doing for years. Like, let's not start turning those back around.
Especially polio. My God, people are always like, when COVID was happening, people were like, it's just a virus. I'm like, polio is a virus. Like, that, right? Like,
let me introduce you to my friend Franklin.
And then people
Come
are
on,
like,
guys.
polio's dead. I'm like, it's alive and well in water.
Right?
It's in water. And yeah, it's a fucking problem. It's a fucking problem. Like
Yeah.
it's just like measles up until COVID was the most contagious pathogen on the planet. Heads up there too. Most contagious pathogen until Omicron COVID exceeded it. That is the only thing. And then Omicron COVID is what, 2 or 3 years old. So until 2 or 3 years ago, measles was the most contagious pathogen ever. And we're just like, it's fine. You can be vaccinated for measles and still fucking get it from somebody. That's how fucking contagious it is. And people are like, that's fine. It's like, it's really not, but it's okay.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, where are those updates? Like, we had the biggest measles outbreaks in like South Carolina and
Ohio too.
Did we have them in here? I remember like seeing.
It was in some of the Amish country, like Amish counties. You know,
Okay.
like north of Columbus, where there's just nothing.
Yeah, where all the good antiques are. Yeah, and furniture.
And puppies.
Yeah, yeah, we know what's up. It's all good. But like, I knew South Carolina. I think like that was the one that triggered because I think it was like the highest number than like all the other places. But like, have we heard any news on that? Like,
No.
are people just dramatically dying from measles, or we just stopped counting it, or?
I think
I know like
I think we stopped counting, but I mean, I'm sure that those kids will have pervasive, dysfunction for the rest of their lives. So good job. The other thing too is, I mean, they may or they may not. I mean, they might get lucky, but the odds are not in their favor. But the one that is legitimately scary is we're just not gonna deal with rabies anymore. That is 100% fatal 100% of the time. It's not like it's effective 60. No. It is universally fatal. Like, you will get it and die. There's only been like one person that has dodged it. One. And it was that person was
RFK.
born, like, that person was born like 1850 or something. It was like noted in history, but we don't know anything about them because they lived that long ago.
Right.
RFK Jr., how he hasn't gotten back rabies, that's I wonder.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole other ball of wax for another.
Maybe that's why he's like it's not a big thing.
Yeah. That's what it's for.
That's the cure.
Shit. But I mean, this is the man that's making all these healthcare decisions, and it's like, oh fuck, like we're screwed. Like, that alone right there is why we're screwed. Like, I wish he had put us all in a camp, because you know how much we would have been like, we already have the cure for cancer. It's right here.
Right.
Like, we already figured that out. We escaped. That was day 2. Like, I mean, shit would be done. Put neurodiversity down.
It's true. Well, especially when you throw all of us in there together, and it's like, what else we got to do? We might as well cure cancer today. Like, right. I've got some thoughts.
We will need a neurotypical to take notes. Let's just be for real.
No, there will be that one.
No. Okay, well, it's not me, so I can tell you that. It's not. No,
it's
I'm
not.
I
don't think it's the odd brand. I think it's a specific brand, but it's there, and it's gonna be you're taking them, and they're gonna be prestigious. They're gonna look like they're fucking typed.
Yes.
Like, those people with that handwriting, and you're like, how do you do that? I can't even get my name to look the same.
No.
When I'm trying, like, literally, like, write it here. And they're like, yeah, whatever. That's a whole nother fucking tangent we can do for days, but 100% we could cure everything. We just get us all in a room together, hang out, it'll be fine, and
we could have done by noon and then just chill the rest of the day.
Right.
Really, really, like, put in the work in the morning. We got shit to do.
It's not gonna be the morning. All of our asses are sleeping in. It's gonna be like
It'll be
3 a.m. crunch. We said we're gonna have it done today.
Right. We'll be up till 4 in the morning, but goddamn it, that shit's done.
Man.
The deadline might be 5:30 in the morning, but it will go right up to the wire. But it's fine. It's done. But yeah, it's just I just feel like we're flirting. That's the part that concerns me is the flirting with our kids again. And if you want babies so fucking bad, what is the fucking end goal again? If you want babies, you have to make sure they're gonna fucking live to see, I don't know, fucking preschool? Like, That's kind of half of. Where are we just gonna have like a fucking baker's dozen and hope 6 of them make it? Like, I don't understand. Like, why? I don't get it.
As Tabby said, that's why they want to get rid of us, because they're afraid of us.
Are.
They are 100% intimidated by us because they can't.
That's why they want to
They
do
wouldn't.
camps.
Yeah.
Just like the Japanese people. It's no different. Same shit, new day. It would be internment camps. That's what they were trying to get done, but I just don't think that they would do it.
Wait till the meds wear off. You're fucked. You put us in a camp where we get to do whatever the hell we want. Again, we're curing cancer. Mm-hmm. We're gonna balance the budget, even while they're fucking off somehow.
Just give us Iran's phone number. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, like we'll have all this shit done. You put us in a camp and all of us are gonna be standing there. I ain't doing that shit. You can't fucking make me do that shit. I ain't doing that shit at all.
No, we're gonna have to want to do it, but we will. We will. Somebody's gonna want to make the phone call. Somebody's gonna want to cure the cancer. It'll be a side project for somebody. We'll break up into groups, you know?
Yeah. Be like, okay, so everybody, they want us to have all these crops planted by noon. Who's doing that? Because it ain't me.
No, not that kind.
It ain't me.
We're not doing that. That's not the type of work we do. That's not it.
Yeah. I mean, there might be some that are like, ooh, I love plants. I'm like, that's your go.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Well,
I actually think that it would be quite
autistic people. So yeah, they will straight up autistic, not Audi, just straight up autistic. So they'll love that, the repetitive nature of that. It's just not for us.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Can you hear them?
Yeah.
Jesus God. My kid must have just came home. He walked in the door. He had to give everybody the alert. I think that we would just sit in a group together. We'd be like, all right, let's do this. We all have to live together, and we're probably not going to complain about it. But I know that there's things that I'm not, just like at home. When I talk to my wife, I'm like, I hate this chore. She's like, great, I hate this chore. Tap, teammates for life. I will never fold, but I will do all the washing. Like,
yeah, I hate folding.
It's like, I will wash the dishes. I will wash the dishes, but don't ask me to reach in the dirty drain water and clean out the fucking thing, because that's, it'll be, we'll all live in like that symbiotic relationship where like, oh, you want to go plant shit? Have at it. I'm gonna go find something else to do.
Right.
It will be anything else. I will be like you want me to go build like 100 ladders for no damn reason? I'd rather do that. Don't make me plant shit. Like, I don't care if I need to know how to do that.
Yeah, just gets shoveled. Yep, shovel. I don't even have the drawers to shovel shit into. I just go. I'm just like, yep, and here's a clean pile, and here's a dirty pile. But yeah, no. As far as like they don't care about the kids. They want to actually work us to death and be able to replace us. That is a wonderful game plan if you had about 6 million or billion more people, but you don't. So there's just not enough of us. Even at 300 million, that's not going to happen. But I mean, they can dream. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I mean, what they want to do is not going to be able. They're not going to be able.
Yeah, they can want it all they want, but they're forgetting that they're also weaning all of us off our medications at the same time. So the defiance is going to kick in fast.
Oh, it's going to be bad. Yeah, because when they're going to reparent, I was like, no, my parents didn't succeed the first time around. I don't need more of that. It was not appreciated then.
We're all like this because we didn't get hugs. Damn it! Like,
pretty much. We're gonna be
you're not gonna fix that. You're not gonna fix that with some strongly worded fingers. We already got the belt. I got the bruises. I've got the bumps. It's not gonna help.
No. Yeah, no do-overs. Exactly. No do-overs. We were already raised by boomers. We're good. Just leave us the fuck alone. That's the saddest part about it. Like, the millennial generation, we just want to be left the fuck alone so bad. Like, I'm like, I just want to be left alone. And it's like, no, you have to want this. No, I don't want that. I just want to be left alone.
I say all the time, like there's this weird, so like, this is gonna sound really weird and deep, but it's not meant to. Like, a lot of people on the neurodivergent people will say things like, it's not that I want to die. I just don't want to live here anymore.
Right.
And I want to go home. And saying like I want to go home even when they're in their home, it's very common because it's not actually that it's home. It's they want to go to a place where they're at peace.
Mm-hmm.
And those are both the underlying things for that. So it's always like I want like when you want to go home or you don't want to live here anymore, you want to do all those things. Like we all just want to live in this place where it's like honestly, like if you throw us off, even if we had to do jobs, if we could just live in a place where we felt like it was fair,
yeah,
and like felt like we could just do like like it's like having the millennial boss. Like I got this doctor's appointment, I'm gonna be late today. Like I don't give a fuck. Like just do shit. Like I'm not gonna not do my job. Just don't tell me to do my job during these business hours. You know what I mean? Like let me do my job when I need to. Like we're very much like. I just want to do the shit I need to do and do the things I want to do when I want to do them.
Yeah.
Like, it's sunny outside. Fuck working right this second. Let me go enjoy the sunshine. I'll come back and do it when it's dark out and, like, when I'm watching TV later tonight and whatever. Like, I put stuff in a spreadsheet. It'll be fine. Like,
right.
We just don't want to live in that place. Wherever that place is, wherever that, like, weird third dimension we haven't figured, or, like, ninth dimension or whatever, that bubble of, like...
Well, CERN started today, so we might find it.
Sweet. Isn't it like
they built a bigger one, so we're fucked.
Great.
It's a wrap.
Isn't this like the psychic?
Yeah, the
people
timeline
say
shifted
like
today when they turned it on. I was like, motherfucker, god damn it!
What?
Is I just want to know, is Ruben Studdard, or was it Ruben Studdard? There was one celebrity I was scrolling through, and I'm like, there's no way I know that person's dead. I remember when they announced it. No, it was one of the guys from American Idol. And I'm like...
Ruben Studdard died. He had like a heart attack.
Nope. Look it up.
Really? I'm doing it right now.
Okay, look it up. Because in the timeline we were just in, he was alive.
What?
Thank you. I know. Fucking crazy, isn't it? Yeah, he's not dead.
He's a lot... No, me
too. I remember him dying, and he's not dead now.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, like he released shit.
Yeah. I remember like a big announcement, and he had a heart attack, because everybody was like, well, he's a big dude. And he was. Don't get me wrong. Like, not put him down. I'm just saying.
In 2023, he was on a American Idol runner-up tour.
Yeah. I thought he died like well before.
And he has a new contract. In 2024, he released an album.
I don't remember it.
He was... No fucking way.
Thank you. I know.
I fucking hate it here.
That's literally like my timeline thing. I'm like, oh, what timeline are we in? Is Ruben alive? Like, that's my new Mandela effect of choice.
God damn it.
I know.
Have you found that lady yet? Like, this is we just tangent the rest of this fucking episode. I don't even give a shit. The lady that has, I don't know how the hell she did it, but she like subscribed to like newspapers, and they're all old ones, and she keeps getting them delivered to her house. Like, it's a weird subscription.
No,
and like,
I haven't found her yet.
Oh my god! Like the weird things that she keeps finding, like this, the stupid things, like the Kit Kat spelling and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But like, this is not right. He definitely died.
I know. That's why I was like, because somebody was like, well, the timeline we're in now, because it's when it jumped last time, is Ruben Studdard is alive, and I was like, no fucking way. I look it up, and I'm like, oh my god, the man is alive. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Wait a minute. What's the date today?
4/28/25. 26. 4/28/26.
This article right here says, on Tuesday, April 28th, the singer's reps officially confirmed that he is not dead.
Yep.
Today? We confirmed this today.
Well, we jumped timelines again today, because like I said, CERN turned on and we immediately jumped. Because the, what is it, the little wave pattern? It
the
Schumann resonance.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
We jumped timelines again. So then it's going to be like, what fresh hell is this one? Because they're never all the way right. And then they just announced that they built a bigger hadron or some sort of particle collider is much bigger and was opening portals. I was like, fuck. Because at first I didn't believe it was CERN. I thought it was maybe people coming back in from other timelines, but no, it's CERN. I think I was wrong.
I'm just
started.
Yeah, because every other Google search you look at today, it says, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I want a timeline where I have money and energy.
Me too.
Just
I'm
for a
looking
day.
for that one.
Every other one you look at, if you just Google it, like Ruben stuttered. Death. This one says a full list of singers that we lost, and he's listed on there. And that was an article from March 14th, 2025. 3 days ago, Ruben Studdard is dead. Ruben Studdard is dead. Rumors are not funny anymore, but 80% of people think he's dead. This one is an obituary that he died on April 24th, 2026.
Oh no, I remember him dying like 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like every other one is like, he's alive, he's dead, he's alive, he's dead. And I'm like, God damn it.
I'm alive, I'm dead. I'm tired. I'm taking a nap.
No shit, that part I get. Oh, look, what are those Berenstain Bears? Okay, so
I did find a Berenstain Bears book from my childhood, and it was actually spelled wrong. Like, I had the wrong one. And I was like, holy fuck. I lost the video because it was on my original account, which got deleted. But anyway, and I was like, look, and it was misspelled. And I know that was my book from when I was a kid. I recognized like the tears and the bends. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't recognize your own shit. Yeah, it was spelled wrong. So I don't know on that one.
So my wife, for lack of a better, she's a librarian. She's not, but we have enough books to be legally qualified as a library.
Oh, okay.
We even have I even bought her a barcode scanner so she can log them all in like the computer. It's actually really cool. But like one of the things that we do together, because she likes to complete series, but like they're not series like new Harry Potter series. They're like long, like she owns every single Babysitter Club book.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like the Sweet Valley High, and like just like old series.
Children. Yeah.
Yeah, like Nancy Drew. Like, so like we go, but the idea is not to just order them offline, because there's no fun in that. So like we go to like antique stores or like used bookstores. Like we travel to different places and like hunt for them to find them, because it makes it more fun.
If you ever go to Connecticut, let me know, because I have a book place that I can tell you about that would have stuff like that.
I will take you up on that, because we're probably gonna go in like October-ish, I think. But so whenever we go there, we go through all the books and stuff. So when I look at the kids' books, I specifically look for Berenstain Bears, not Berenstain Bears, just because I'm like, I know it's a thing. I'm gonna find one. I haven't, but I specifically remember him being that, because I had a
I was like,
because I had like, so we had what the fuck, like Grandma and Me or whatever, like those books that came with like CDs, and like you take, there's like a little critter, and it was like you go to the beach and all that other stuff. Like we had one that was like Berenstain Bears or something. We had one at one point, and I can't remember if it was because of that or if it was because I had not a Teddy Ruxpin, I had a Snoopy.
Oh, I always wanted Teddy Ruxpin. That was it's a sore point in my childhood.
Well, we had a Snoopy one. You know that like this tape went at like half the speed. Like you couldn't put them in like another cassette player. It didn't work. Yeah, if it would play real slow.
Well, yeah, it's got to move.
Yeah, because it has to cord. Yeah, but but we had a tape. I'm 90% sure it was a tape, and it said Berenstain Bears, because it's like you follow along with the words.
Right.
And hell, if I can find it. Right. I mean, half that shit's in. I mean, with all the times that I've moved in my life, it could be in my fucking garage right now, for all I know. But I just remember it like clearly. But that one fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah,
Ruben Studdard.
Ruben Studdard is alive. I know. I remember Stein because it's German. Yeah, no, I kind of remember that too, because I grew up. Cincinnati's a German city, so I'm used to seeing German spellings. So it's like, the fuck is this? Stein? What? But I mean, there's, like I said, Ruben Studdard. that one blew my mind. I'm like, who the fuck? What? Because somebody's like, you're on the timeline where Ruben Studdard's alive. I'm like, there's no way. Like, I did what you did tonight. You're like, no way. And
Yeah.
oh, fuck, he is. Holy shit.
And I can't remember what astrology. I don't know if like we're going into year. There's going to be an astrology person out there that's going to kick my ass. But like, we were in Aries, but like something about Aries moved into like Uranus. One of those like.
So it was. We were in Aries for a hot second. All the planets were direct in Aries, and now we're going into Uranus is in Gemini now. Today.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Mercury's in the microwave. Yeah, fucking Freddy. But yes, yeah, with it going into Jupiter, with Uranus going into Jupiter, like this only ever happened when there's been like in history. There's always like a civil upheaval.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like the number one cause for rebellion or some shit like that. Like I'm like, okay, well, yeah,
2026 and 2027 is literally all the signs of
the rest of the year. Perfect.
Yep, all the astrology for revolution.
Good, we need it real bad, and it may just because of Ruben at this point, but like we're all mad.
You're like, that's it. I just like how you're like, nope, that's it. It's Ruben's alive. What the fuck? Yeah.
And I honestly could give a fuck less.
It doesn't matter what happened at that dinner. God damn it, Ruben Studdard's alive, and I'm pissed about it.
Quit messing with my shit, man. Like, do I need to go check my 401k or some shit? Like, what all is impacted?
Wait, you have one? No.
I mean, not that I have anything to do with it. It just came with the job.
Right, me too. It's okay. I just am like, wait, what? Yeah.
I mean, it's there. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. I know how to. I know how to look at it.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, and that's the other part too, because they taught us so much about being adulthood. So, like all the other jobs that I've had. I mean, I've been with this company for 13 years, but I'm 42. I've worked at 10 other companies in my life. Right. Like all those ones, they just exist somewhere. Like you can roll them over and all that shit, and it's like that's a lot of work.
Yes, though. Yeah, like I don't even know where they're at. Like, I know I had one with John Hancock that I made money on, but. That was during Biden, not now.
Well, I keep getting a letter because I worked at a hospital. Like, I worked at a hospital for like 7 years between right after I graduated high school and whatever 7 years after that is. So, like, whatever. I was in college and stuff too. But, like, they keep sending me this thing, like, the hospital closed, so it moved, like, from one place to another, and now it's in another account. I gave them like these letters in the mail, like, you need to claim your account. And I'm like, okay. And I call them every time. I'm like, well, if I need to claim it, like, how much is in there? And they're like, we can't tell you until you like prove it to you. And I know it's really them. It's not like a weird company, but they're just gonna give like Joe Schmo over, like calls information. And I'm like, okay, like, what do I got to do? And they're like, I get to register this and do that. And I'm like, oh. Well, that's going to be another problem for another day because it's like too much work. Cause like, remember what your password was when you logged into the company like 38 years ago? I'm like, no, I don't remember what the password was before I had to change the one that's on my computer now.
Right.
Fuck. You remember your employee ID number? No, I don't fucking remember my employee. I don't even think we had them back then. But it was we did.
Somewhere.
Yeah, but
never to be used again.
Like we scanned our little badge to get in the door and out of the door, and then we walked up to the time clock by our thing. But like we scanned it. Like I didn't have to put in a code or anything. Like I don't remember what I know I had an
clock it on my damn phone. I just walk into the building and I'm like, here. Unfortunately,
I don't even clock in. I don't even clock out. Like I just, if I ever had to go back to like a real time job, I'd be so fucked.
Yeah.
I had that so I cleaned banks for a while. Like, it was only like 2 hours a day or whatever after bank hours. So like I can go in anytime between 5 o'clock and midnight. I just had to be out before. I had to start the last job before midnight. No big deal. But it was like the hardest part of that job was like when I drove because I did 2 banks. So I drove from one bank to another. I had to clock out and then I clock back in. Like I fucking was always like, dude, I fucked up again. He's like, what the fuck? I was like, I've been working at the same job for like 13 years and I haven't had a clock in and out in so long. Like, I don't remember what that is. I just do my job. You know how they can tell that I worked? My job's done. Like,
right. Yeah. Like, I have to actually clock. The worst for me is remembering to clock in and out for lunch because I never fucking remember. To me, that's just like,
See,
fucking why?
I would be
why?
I'd be so fucked there too because I don't even take lunches most days. Like I'll either like grab. I mean, I'm in my house.
I do, but it's not really for me to eat. Sometimes it is, not so much now. It's more because these people are driving me to drink, and it's either I'm going to drink or I'm going to go and go get my whatever for lunch, and then have a moment, and then return back to the floor. But yeah,
it's fair. I mean, I get it, but I work with my computer is literally in the dining room. Like I have an office space where it's away from everybody, so I can do like phone calls and stuff. But most of the time, I'm like, someone booked a call and I got like 10 minutes. I'm just gonna grab something from the fridge, throw it in my mouth, and keep working. And I'm like, oh, I haven't really ate a meal. I just have snacked on random ass fucking shit all day.
Right.
Yeah, I would be fucked.
Yep. Well, I think I'm gonna have to get going. We've been on here for almost 3 hours now. I
no
gotta
shit.
finish taking the garbage out.
I get you.
So, but
I
yeah,
get you.
I mean, I know. Yeah, I will try my best to pay more attention this week. I just needed the week. Like,
no,
like, I
never.
can't.
You don't need to. You don't need to apologize for needing to take a mental health break. Like,
Yeah.
it's been a lot. It's been a lot consistently, and it's just a weird time of year too. And I know, like, you're coming up on the time of your dad, and my dad's like right around the corner. Like they're like best friends and all that stuff. So it's like I get all that. There's just a lot going on. So just let me know if you need me to like take over or vice versa, and we'll make through it.
I mean, well, it just was one of those where I wasn't really paying as much attention to like the shenanigans, you know. Plus, once I saw the Stephen Miller like grab this and then dumped you in the back looking all creepy, I was like, yeah, this is what it looks like it is, which is a shit show. So yeah, but who knows? But hopefully this week won't be. I don't know. I just hopefully we survive again. That's how I feel anymore. It's just survival's the goal. But
yeah, I mean, what else can happen? Ruben's alive. Like fuck.
Oh shit! That's gonna blow your mind all night. You're gonna be like, oh my god, Ruben's. But at the end of the day, Ruben Studdard's alive. Yeah. I know. It's mind-blowing.
Like
I know. Like
I'm just tired. I'm tired of stupid stuff. Like I know. I guess that's the part that bothers me the most. It's not even like that. Ruben Studdard has zero impact in my life on a daily basis. I didn't watch American Idol at the time, and I don't partake in music very often, to be honest with you, because I live in a world where my body can only consume so many new things, and instead of new music, I just make it the news instead. So like, I still listen to like, right after high school, during high school, right after like divorced dad rock, and that's where my music tastes land, and that's what I've got in my system. Like I haven't listened to much after that.
Well, I mean, look at the Spotify playlist we have. There you go. That's what I listen to most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, I am a big fan of the Lego song track. Mm-hmm. Like, those are good songs. They get stuck in your head. It's fine. Yep. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know why that hit me so hard. Like, I'm just tired of it. If the world can change again, can I just get some more money?
Yeah.
Or
more money.
Sanity. I mean, maybe height. Can I grow into my weight for once? Something. Like, come on.
Yeah. I feel you there. Like, I'm like, oh, this endobelly's not going. Okay, it's here for good. All right.
It's my life now. It's fine. I'm just waiting for my growth spurt. It'll be good.
Yeah. Me too. I'm not that tall either, but whatever.
Ow.
All right. Well, let me go take this trash out, and then,
Good luck.
Yeah. I'm hoping Josh is home. If not, then I don't know. But it's not sad, but I'm like trying to be super careful at our carport because we have baby bird nests in like our shrubbery right between. So I'm like trying my best to not disturb the mom bird because I'm like, oh god, don't abandon your babies, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, like, because of course my daughter's like, I want to see it, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. Like, please don't terrorize these birds because they're cute. And
then you'll have pets and all sorts of things you'll have to worry about. It's
exactly. Yep, we don't need that. So, but yeah, plus it's about that time. I gotta run a kid to school tomorrow. So but
I get you. It's past my
all
bedtime anyway.
right. Yeah. All right. I'll
See
see
ya.
ya.
See ya.
And have a wonderful one, and hopefully we have a better or more definitive topic next week. I just was like, I don't know what the hell to talk about right now.
Yeah, we're all good. It was a good time.
All
We'll
right.
have fun.
I'll
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.